YouTube chat pulled up. Let's beat it to the punch. Where is it? All right. Hey, okay, we got YouTube chat pulled up already. I have the midnight beta loaded up. This is the second time I've been able to actually get in, but the first time I was able to get in was yesterday, and it booted me out immediately. Like, it has, yes, the launch day was yesterday, but truly the launch day was today because it was not letting you load your characters in. It wasn't letting you do anything yesterday. Let's see, my microphone's working. Hopefully it sounds okay. Let me get some music in my ears. All right. Just pop out YouTube chat so I can see you guys side by side. All right, so this is my first entry into the midnight beta. Now I did have to reload because Plater was giving me constant Lua errors, so that's something that we expected. It looks like Details is still working. Grid 2 is still working, but I'm noticing that I don't have Cell active. I'm also noticing that my default bars are unhidden. And I don't have a single spell. So first let's start off with key binding. Oh, I'm trying to mount and I don't have my mount. There's a housing dashboard. We can check that out later. Where are my mounts? Where's the collection? Did they move that? Oh, it's right here. They just shifted. Okay, my eyes are broken. Yeah, what's up, Vicar? Good to see you. Very good to see you. Happy Wednesday. Let's see. Hey, thank you for the follow, Zaji Toad. Really appreciate it. Let's see. We got to get into the spicy stuff, so I need to not dilly-dally. Find any passable mount. Put it there. Let's mount up. Let's fly somewhere where there are no people. We get a Lua error. Okay, what is that? Details. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and disable details. I'm going to disable everything that gives me a Lua error. Okay, let's go ahead and reload. So details and Plater so far are breaking. What is this? The add-ons fix. Interface add-ons fix. Okay. I guess we can disable that as well. Jesus. Okay. Take 4. What is this? Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't even know what add-on this is. Learn spell and tab. It's weak auras. Okay. Weak auras, grid 2. Let's just disable all add-ons. How about that? I feel like that's a good way to go about it. Oh, actually, we could do set to not load out-of-date add-ons. That would probably be the best way to test this. Yeah, so we are going to have basically everything turn off. But what's good, everyone? Happy Wednesday. We have a lot to do. Wow. This is add-onless WoW, dude. I haven't seen this ever. Okay, so how all can we... Well, first we have to set up our talents. That way we can actually add some spells to the bars. Okay. Let's see. Chi Burst, Chi Wave. Let's go Harmonic Gambit. Balanced Stratagem, Harmonic Surge. Or Rushing Wind Kick guarantees that your next cast of Tiger Palm or Vivify will cause a Harmonic Surge. Ancient Teachings, bonus healing, yes sir. Sign me up. What else can we take at level 80? When casting yourself, single target, we don't want that. We don't really need that either. Double Thunder Focus Tea, do we want this though? No. Bang. Okay, so we can at least get all the important stuff, and then at that point we can just take these talents down here. I'm already noticing, isn't Chi Burst removed from the game? Why does Manifestation still... Unless I'm missing something. Why does it still list it? Okay, so we can get a lot of really important talents at level 80, which is very nice. Let's see, Chi Burst. Am I crazy? Chi Burst. Chi Burst does not exist, right? And yet some of our talents still list it. Chi Burst. Where am I missing this? Maybe it does still exist and I'm just tripping. But whatever. Okay. Let's go ahead and get our spells all on our bars. Step 1. Goodness gracious, dude. These icons are tripping me out. Look at this new icon for Rushing Wind Kick. I personally hate it. That's just me. Okay, let's go ahead and keybind everything that we can before I forget. Let's just move top down. I'm going to unmount so that those don't get in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, before we do that, I need to keybind. Quick keybind mode. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12. Control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I think that's all my keybinds. Okay. Now we can add spells to them. What's good, everyone? Welcome into Wednesday's first beta stream. I was trying to play it all yesterday, try to get this all done off stream, but you know what? It's kind of fun doing it on stream. You can kind of see like how we're gonna have to build our UI from ground up. It might actually make a fun video too. But okay, so we've added all of our buttons. Now I need to add the spells. So this is gonna be a doozy because a lot of our stuff is removed. So I'm gonna have to like kind of remember what it's about. Oh god, this build that it just like auto stuck me with is pretty horrible. But Revival, we can go and get that keybound. Thunder Manatee. It's not the spell, it's just a passive. So we're gonna have to look for it. Manatee. Put that in my C3 button. Rising Suncake, we can go ahead and slap in number 2. God, I hate that Rushing Windcake art. It is really throwing me off. Paralysis. Detox, let's see, Vivify. Maybe we should just do it in Spellbook. Open Spellbook, click the search bar and select Missing from Action Bars. Huh. You learn something new every day. Well, it's every day that Ceiling Panda shows up. Crackling Jade Lightning, Fort Brew, this is much quicker. I appreciate you so much. I don't like to have my Taunt or my Revive keybound, but I do like them on my bars somewhere. Zagitode said, so I stumbled across you playing all healers 3K on live servers because I was deciding whether to go back to Mythic Plus in Midnight as a healer, and honestly I was so impressed with how you managed all the classes and kept your cool at the end of the process, so figured you deserved to follow on here as well. Zagitode, that is super kind. I appreciate you so much. And obviously I see Raven Sky Ash like probably kicking their monitor at me like, dude, just freaking do it the easy way. What are you doing? But I appreciate that so much. I think one of the most fun things about this game is like no matter how much you enjoy one spec, it's fun to play them all. Like it's just, to me, it's just more fun to do so. So yeah, but in today's stream, we're going to be setting up our UI and we have to figure out how to get like click casting. We're going to have to figure out how to make all of it look pretty. My Spinning Crank Kick and my Renewing Mist normally share a button. Because like I have it click casted to be Renewing Mist, but normal casted to be Spinning Crank Kick. So we're gonna have to kind of let that one sit until we maybe make a macro for it to make it work. But I appreciate that so much. You were very, very kind. Tiger's Lust, Thunder Focus Tea, Reawaken, that's our AoE Revive. We can slap that there. Zen Flight, I normally don't have that, or Zen Pilgrimage Keybound. Yulon. Well, Yulon is normally sharing a keybind with Enveloping Mist, just if I'm hovering a health bar or not. But hey, as a Mistweaver, your Chi Burst, whatever you had Chi Burst keybound to, is now freed up. Just like how I was saying in my last video, like it's going to be weird playing Holy Paladin again, because As Holy Paladin, your main keybind that you had like as your number one rotational button is Crusader Strike. They don't have that anymore. So now they have their number one keybind freed up. For me, Chi Burst was my control plus one. So like if I press control, held down control and press one, it would shoot a Chi Burst. So now I have that keybind freed up. What other keybinds were freed up for? I need to slap together an actual build though. Um, so now that we've kind of slapped a bunch of stuff on our bars, I'm noticing Expel Harm isn't keybound, but I'm guessing that's because we have that new talent that replaces Expel Harm somewhere in here. Oh god, this is just a dumpster fire. Okay, I'm just gonna think. We're gonna go with like a standard Chi-Ji build for Mythic Plus. That way we kind of have like an end goal in sight of what this build's gonna look like. Therefore, we want Way of the Crane. Probably gonna skip out on Energizing Brew for now. We want. Do we even want Lotus Infusion? I don't know. We'll tinker with it. Oh my god, there's so much that needs to be changed here. Dude, you have to invest a lot of points high up on our thing. Okay, we're just gonna go with Lotus Infusion for now, but we do want to change to Chi-Ji. I like Jade Bond. Let's see. Do we? Ooh, this Morning Breeze artwork is just. It looks like a picture of like Orgrimmar, but it looks really cool. Rising Sun Kicks damage increased by your mastery. Oh yeah, they had just added this one in. It's very interesting. I do want to dabble with it quite a bit. Rushing Wind Kick, want to get rid of that. Amplified Rush, the healing of Gusts of Mists caused by Renewing Mists increased by 50%. Probably don't want that in this build. Emperor's Elixir, though, I do want. Those free Jade Fire Stomps look sick. Let's get rid of Unison. Go to Rising Mists. Any other things? I kind of do want Dance of Chi-Ji. I'm a big fan of Dance of Chi-Ji. I'm very interested if there's going to be a build that plays around Resplendent Mists, buffing our masteries, plus this new Morning Breeze talent where you want to stack a bunch of mastery to buff your damage. Because the biggest downside to going a mastery build as Chi-Ji is that you're buffing your mastery, but it's not doing anything to modify your damage other than you're just taking away like what you could put in verse. So it's going to be interesting getting damage from your mastery and how that's going to look with like a talent like Resplendent Mist. But for now, we're just going to go Dance of Chi-Ji. Actually, yeah, we're going to go Dance of Chi-Ji for now, and then I can test out Morning Breeze, see how it performs later on. It's kind of weird, though. We can't really put any points here yet, though. I guess we have to level up to get there. But I'm excited to test out the new stuff, too. I just want to make sure, the reason why I'm doing this now is because I want to make sure that we can keybind all of our spells first. Let's see. I'm just checking if there's any spells that I normally play with here. Like, obviously I want Ferocity of Zwin, but like, I want to see if there's just every spell that I usually play with this keybind. Sorry, I'm trying to read and think at the same time, and apparently my dyslexia is not letting me do that. I mean, like, I'm going to test with all these talents later. I just want the keybinds ready. I love my Mistweaver. They are so fun. I'm a Fist Weaver punchy heals. I mean, that is what got me into the spec is back when legendaries were a thing, and Ancient Teachings, which is now just a core passive of Mistweaver, was a legendary, and that was when I fell in love with the spec. I played it just to kind of meme around because I heard it was a meme spec and just absolutely just like couldn't log off of it because I had so much fun. It's not letting me change my talents. Uh-oh, did we just do all of that for nothing? It could be that one of these talents is broken. Maybe like pressure points. Oh boy. Like, dude, some of these talents are so sick. Yeah, either one of these talents is broken and just not letting me change into it, or the UI is broken and it's not showing that I'm actually changing to it. But I guess if I press my Yulon button, does it cast Yulon or Chi-Ji? It's not casting Yulon, so it could be that it's just not showing that I've changed my my talents, but I have, you know. Let's try just dragging Chi-Ji on here. What is going on? Using Cell really made Mistweaver click for me. Yeah, me too. I really liked Cell a lot. So I'm a bit worried about playing it going into midnight. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be okay. I feel like you're obviously not gonna have as much customization, but neither will your competition. You know. I'm behind. It didn't count last stream. No, Ceiling Panda, you were like pivotal in last stream. What the heck? Oh, that's tragic. I'll count it. We'll just say you're 8 day. Dude, 8 days. That's crazy. Apply changes on talents. Apply change. Yeah, I'm clicking it. I'm clicking it. It's not working. I mean, shoot, I could relog, but I'm afraid of. Let's do an issue reporter, bug report. Oh, the game froze. Yay, our first one. Okay, maybe it was just the game breaking. Server's full. Dude, I saw a Reddit post. This is going to be a little NSFW, but that little load screen with all that void and the big circle, someone posted on Reddit like what they can't unsee. Um, we're just going to disable add-ons. Yes, sir. Disable them all the way. Indie game, I know, right? Well, it is a beta. We got to give them some grace, you know. But they put like hands stretching out the thing. I don't know. It was pretty gross, but I can't unsee it now either. But Sagittode, I am excited to kind of like get in and see what all it's capable of and how clean we can make it look. And we're gonna spend a lot of time on UI today. I hope that you guys are kicking up. I hope you guys have in another tab. Go ahead now, open up another tab while I'm on this loading screen, and go to YouTube. Find a nice little music playlist to play in the background. You know, like something behind this because we are just straight up vibing today. Also, if you are able to. We also just spawned here with none of our spells on our bars. Yikes. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of beta nonsense today, so strap in. But if you guys want to, you can also be doing some keys, some grindy keys. I know right now there's a 4 mythic bosses. You get like a free heroic piece from the raid quest going on right now in the base game. Oh man, basically every little bit of progress that we had done just got redone or undone. So quickly, let's quick keybind our buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Bang. I'm also going to do F3, F4 underneath F1 and F2. Quick before the game breaks. Oh shoot. Okay. I'm just gonna change to Chi-Ji. Break that. Go here. Blah 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 blah. What else did we do? Dude, Shaylin's new icon's kind of sick. I'm not really looking to like optimize a build right now, to be honest. We're just trying to get things working. And then use the Ceiling Panda trick of click here, missing from action bar. Do that as goated. Bang, bang, bang. Leg sweep, bang, bang. Just put everything on our bars. Hey, I have Chi-Ji now, so apparently changing talents just worked. My guess is that it was a spell that or a talent that I talented into must be broken. Like actually, it's just not working. Because that's all I can think that would make sense there. You know, Tiger Palm. We have Vivify. We have our Dispel. We have Envelop Mist is sharing with Chi-Ji. We're gonna have to figure out like, are we gonna have to make a macro to work that to make click casting work, or what? If I have to fully swap to macros, I'm not super upset, to be honest. Oh, and also, hey, now that we have so many buttons kind of freed up, like Chi Burst and stuff, I guess finally I can keybind Transcendence Transfer in Mythic Plus. You know how toxic it is to my own self that I don't play with that in Mythic Plus just because I just was too lazy to find a keybind? Like, oh my goodness. Don't tell on me to the Mistweaver police, please. Is that everything? Yes, because we lost our kick, we lost Chi Burst. I guess that could be my Transcendence and Transfer buttons. Now, let's put Recoup here. Should I just relog right now? Okay, let's read what Ceiling Panda said. Show tooltip. Known, I'm guessing that's Chi-Ji. Invoke Yulon, /use, known. It should. It should. Let me try it, Ceiling Panda. So just copy and paste what you typed in. Well, the thing is I don't think with Chi-Ji and Yulon, I don't think you need that personally because it'll swap. Like if I swap to Yulon, this would just become Chi-Ji. Whoa. Whoa, hey, Raven Sky Ash, it just. I'm so sorry. Click gassing's built in now. It's amazing, works really well. Yeah, but it's not the same, is what I'm saying. Let me swat Nightbot's wrist really quick. Nightbot just Nightbot just gave you a warning, but Raven Sky Ash, you should be good now. I'm sorry, my bot is automated, so just don't know that I am above the bot, and I say bad bot. It's only if you want other things in a macro. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. It's like if you want to macro like a trinket to it and stuff. Let's try this. So like here I have my /use 13 on my. Well, see, this is what I use. I wonder if this will still work. This is kind of what you or it kind of accomplishes the same thing, right? And the macro still works to. So basically, it's just a macro that kind of does what you're saying. Use whatever trinket and then either cast Chi-Ji or cast Yulon, depending on what you have. But we can try this way. Show tooltip. Known. I wonder if I have to put like spaces and stuff. I don't know. We'll try in a bit. Okay, let's see what you're saying. You're saying sell, so are you saying to like try sell? I don't think sell's working. I mean, we can toggle it on and then see. Yeah, I don't think sell's working, or at least I don't have it. I guess I don't have it on the beta. Let me go ahead and download it for the beta if they have it available. So let me load up CurseForge. So let's test it now. So I have the retail beta. Let's see if I can download sell. I'm guessing, so I started using Cell last season. So the reason why I don't have it on the beta is because the last time I was on beta, I wasn't using Cell. I was still using Grid 2. So let me go ahead and install it. Just making sure it looks up to date. Yeah, last updated 11.3, so it should be okay, hopefully. Okay, so I've downloaded Cell for the beta. Let me try this for you, Raven Sky Ash. Give me a second. Let's go ahead and log out, log back in. If we get stuck in the login screen, I'm so sorry, but this is also going to be a test, us logging out to see if our stuff will stick. Okay, so we're going to load anyway. Let's try it this time. Oh, and relogging might be a good idea. Yeah, it'll kind of like restart, or like, it's kind of like saving. Like if you ever played Pokemon, I'm guessing it's like saving. So we reloaded, but hopefully you guys, like I said, this is going to be a more chill stream. We're going to kind of, today's all about testing UI, and we might do some leveling because that's kind of all there is to do on beta currently, so that we can kind of get a feel for the playstyle against NPCs and stuff. Okay, so it's looking like Cell's giving a Lua error. We'll see what kind of Lua error. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Cell, it's not even letting us press yes. Let's click no. Cell options. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting constant errors. Yeah, I'm not sure. Stop! Oh my goodness. Any keys later or beta stuff all day? We'll see. I mean, I'm sure eventually we'll kind of get to a stopping point on the beta, and we'll hop into some keys, Niceria. Well, that stopping point might come very soon. We're going to have to force quit the beta? Oh yeah, we're definitely force quitting the beta. Oh my goodness. Let's reload it. Yikes. That was crazy. Okay. Hey, fun fact. Cell not working currently. We now know this. No, Raven Sky Ash, I appreciate you so much. This is what this stream is about. Just like we're just seeing what can work. You can't install any UI add-on basically, anything combat related. Yeah, we were just testing to see if like Cell had kind of like snuck in a little mini like a because some add-ons are going to implement like a very stripped down version of what they can do currently so that they can make it back into the game. But some add-ons are just like, yeah, we're done. So I just want to see what is kind of at that point currently. All right, now we load back in. Hopefully, Cell is turned off. It's impossible because they can't even work. Because they can't then work in retail. Ceiling Panda, you are much smarter than me, especially when it comes to this. So I trust. I fully trust. But it's all about just trying. Okay, Cell, please go away. Please don't do it again. Please, I'm sorry. I repent. But it looked like my spells were saved on the bottom this time. And relog might be a good idea, just so your bars don't reset again. Yeah. Okay. Okay, our spells are good. Now we need to tinker with some macros. I kind of want to just like go ahead and delete all my macros because I literally still have some to use my Covenant abilities. So let's go and delete this. Thunder Focus. Yeah, I just have a /use Thunder Focus Tea. What was that for? I think I had a trinket key bound to this too. Let's go and delete that. I'm just gonna clean up some of these. This was for the that affix that you had to dispel. We're gonna keep it just in case. Bone Dust Brew, trinket, macro, cast at mouse. Okay, you're good. A stop casting. What was this for? This was for Manatee, to stop casting your Manatee early. It's a TSM. What is this? This is for Brewmaster. Focus at mouse over. This was for some raid boss at some point. Rushing Jade Wind with my on-use weapon for Brewmaster. Okay, Spinning Crankkick. We do want this. So if you don't know, if you're a Mistweaver player, Spinning Crankkick has a delay. So I'm going to be spamming Spinning Crankkick. Oh, did they get rid of it? But notice how my character like stops to gather his thoughts for a second between each Spinning Crankkick. So now let's use this macro. You'll see it's very fluid. He doesn't even tap his other foot onto the ground. So if you are a Mistweaver player, you should replace your Spinning Crankkick with a cast exclamation point Spinning Crankkick, and that will keep those Spinning Crankkicks happening more fluidly. But now what we need to do is, what I do is on the same button, I have Spinning Crankkick, and if I'm hovering over an ally, I have it cast a Renewing Mist instead. So we're going to make that into a macro here. For chat, random tip, you can type, /m instead of /macro. I also never use those commands and stuff. I always click the menu and stuff. Hello, very satisfied with how Mistweaver turned out on the beta. See, Mav, I knew a lot of people were dooming, but I just knew it's going to be a really good version of Mistweaver, I think. I am extremely excited. Okay, so what was I doing? So then I've never done a mouse over macro before because I always use click. So y'all can see how cooked I am at macros. And I think we're actually going to have to put the mouse over part above the Spinning Crankkick, right? All right, help me out, my macro people. You can tell how cooked I am. I literally never use these. Cast, I know it's like, maybe I could just guess it, right? I've seen like pictures of people who actually use these. Mouse over, oh, we have caps lock on. Oops. Or maybe we want it like at friendly, do we want to do the whole like at friendly not dead thing? Is that what we should do instead? Mouse over, yeah, we probably should do that. Renewing Mist. We might have to move that up. Is this right? What, how did I just cast Manatee? Oh, okay, so it did work. It did work. Oh, I'm actually stupid. It's because I'm actually just pressing my... I'm literally an idiot. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, so let's move this here. Maybe, okay, let's try swapping it. Did I mess up this mouse over macro? Mouse over dot exists, maybe? Maybe, okay, let's try this way of setting it up. So how this one works is if a mouse over exists, it's going to cast detox, else it's going to cast expel harm. So we're going to try that with our spinning crank kick thing. But this isn't going to work with the exclamation point, but we can figure it out. We could do mouse over exists. We're going to do renewing mist. Renewing mist, and then if it doesn't exist, we're gonna do we're gonna try the exclamation point here just to see if it works. Exclamation point, spinning crane kick. All right, come on, please work. Okay, the renewing mist side works. Let's see if the exclamation point works. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, we have our mouse over macros working. I have the same button casting spinning crank kick and renewing mist, and the spinning crank kick still can have that. So what I plan on doing is any like macros that we make today, I'll post them in my Discord and stuff. So is click not making it into midnight, or are you just not using any add-ons for beta? So right now the beta, a lot of the add-ons are very shaky and will crash your game. So we're gonna just strip it down completely and go from there. The streets are saying Yulon is dead. Yulon and Raid is dead. Honestly, I'm not sad about it, but if that's the case, I don't know. I think, let's see. How is Yulon dead? Well, I guess Yulon would have to be so strong since now your Chi-Ji just makes your Enveloping Mist instant cast, so like, it's crazy. No Discord. Oh, I forgot to hit enter. Okay, Brother Bear. I did type it out. I just never hit enter. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. It is now announced. Channel you can edit, sure. It is now sent. Thank you so much. It's a bit tricky though. If you notice it doesn't work on frames, you might have to just split it up. Okay. So that whole like the colon thing. But yeah, okay, so we have this mouse over macro working. So now I need to make a mouse over macro for everything. Well, actually, the only other spell that I think I used a mouse over for was Soothing Mist plus Jade Fire Stomp. I had sharing that same button. Oh, but Chi-Ji and Enveloping Mist I have. So we're going to have to... Oh, God, how are we going to do this? Use Help No Dead. Okay, we might have to use what Illyrian is saying here for our... So I have Chi-Ji and Yulon on the same button if I'm not hovering a bar. So whenever I press my 6 button, it'll cast either Chi-Ji or Yulon, whatever I'm talented into. But my 6 button is also keybound or macroed to Enveloping Mist by click casting. So what I do, how I normally play in normal WoW, like retail WoW, is I'll take my mouse off of the frames, press 6, it'll summon Chi-Ji, and then I'll do Blackout Kick, and then I'll hover over a frame, press 6 again, it'll cast Enveloping Mist. So we're going to see if we can get that same functionality with like simple macros. So we have this one. I don't know. See, this is... This isn't any different from what I was using. So we're just going to do /cast invoke Chi-Ji the red crane /cast. See, here it would probably be smart to do like, you know, the dot known thing. Invoke Yulon the, what is it, the Cloud Serpent? Oh God, I'm cooked, man. The Cloud Serpent? Is that right? Hold on. Oh man, don't judge me. Don't judge me. How often do you say Yulon's, the Jade Serpent? Ah, I knew that. How often do you say Yulon's full government name? Yulon the Jade Serpent. Don't judge me, people, please. The Jade Serpent. Okay, so this is what I had before. Doesn't it automatically change the scale when you change talents? Yes, but the reason why we're doing this is so that we can, one, macro a trinket to the same thing, to the same button. That way, when I cast Yulon, it'll use my on-use trinket. But number two, I like to have my my Celestial share the same keybind as Enveloping Mist, just for if like whether I'm hovering over a health bar or not. So what I mean by that is, let's see, we can just use the what you were saying. Let's see. Slash use. I don't want to do. So, Illyrian, for yours, it would have to be slash cast. Mouse over help, no dead, though. We're going to try that. So, like, here's what I mean, is that we're going to do slash cast, mouse over, help, no dead, enveloping mist. So the reason why we're doing a macro for this is so that hopefully it works. If I had an on-use trinket, which I guess we can just go ahead and macro, or we'll put this in my 13 slot. When I press my Yulon keybind, it's going to use my trinket, or my Chi-Ji keybind. It's going to use my trinket, either use Yulon or Chi-Ji, whichever one's keybound. And then when I hover over a health bar and press that same macro, it's going to instead cast Enveloping Mist. That's the goal here. Streets are saying Yulon is dead, though. Dang, rest in peace. It had a long run, though. Like, it had a long run. Let's see. What would it need in order to compete with instant enveloping mists? Yulon will heal injured allies with soothing breath. Yeah, it would need like Giga soothing breath buffs, right? I mean, quick enveloping mist, but why would you need quick enveloping mist when you could literally just play like Wave the Serpent plus Chi-Ji, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Yulon definitely needs to compete with the new stuff that Chi-Ji has. Okay, let's try it now that our trinket's available. So I'm going to press this keybind. It should summon Chi-Ji, use my trinket. And then when I press it again after hovering over myself, it should cast Enveloping Mist. Trinket was used. Good. Oof. Okay, it's not casting Enveloping Mists. It is not casting Enveloping Mist. Oh, that was my Jade Bond. I was like, wait, I heard Enveloping Mist. Okay, so let's mess with the macro again. Maybe dot help dot. Let's remove this. Let's just try at mouse over. Save. How does one? Maybe, ooh, we could do something fancy where we can copy the same way that we set this one up. And we can just make it look all cool. What I mean by that is we can delete this line. Get rid of this. So if it exists, we're going to cast an enveloping mist. Enveloping mist. If not, it's going to cast... Oh, God. Invoke Yulon the Jade Serpent. I knew it was Jade Serpent the whole time. Can't type, though. Goodness. And then here we're going to do... Same thing. Slash cast. Mouse over exist. Enveloping mist. Would this work? Enveloping mist or invoke Chi-Ji? Invoke Chi-Ji. Will this work? So we're going to use our trinket and then either cast Yulon or Chi-Ji. And if we have a mouse over that exists, it's going to be an enveloping mist. So we summoned Chi-Ji. We used our trinket. What's happening? Am I casting enveloping mist or no? My character's casting. He's doing his cast animation. It's like he's trying to decide, should he cast something or not? I feel like the game is crashing. I feel like we just crashed the game. Uh-oh. Bad news bears. Yeah, see people walking straight. Quick, log out before it crashes for us. Hello, you beautiful bearded man. What's up, Cecil? Very good to see you. Try invoke Chi-Ji after the enveloping mist. Oh, like semicolon invoke Chi-Ji? We'll try it. We will try it. At mouse over, no dead help, enveloping mist, invoke Chi-Ji. At mouse over, no dead help. Oh, see, I think we had dots there where commas should have been. We'll get it figured out. We'll figure out a way to make it work. It could just be that in my Yulon builds, I have a different macro for you. Maybe it's messing up since I have both Chi-Chi and Yulon there. It's always trying to cast Yulon, yeah. Like you need to get it to not cast that when mouse over help. Ah, okay, that's actually a good shout, Graham. Well, first we need the game to fix itself because dude, Chi-Chi's he's just hanging around. Look at the boy. Do y'all know you can ping your Chi-Chi? We're progging on Mythic Dementius right now, and on one of the pools, I accidentally pressed Chi-Chi like as our raid leader started a pool timer, and then I pinged it, and I was like, wait, I didn't know you could ping Chi-Chi. On my way to Chi-Chi. Dude, this is like the biggest downside to playing like beta, or what I would imagine the biggest downside to alpha is. Just like when the game just like can't hang, you know. We're currently waiting on the game to crash, and hopefully the macro that I made is still around. In fact, let me go ahead and just copy it. The one that was working, it was this one. Copy. I'm going to go ahead and paste it in my own personal Discord. I'm going to compile a list of all the macros that I like to use on the beta, and I'm just going to post them for you guys. So that you guys can use them too. Beta looking very stable. Indeed. An Alt F4 moment? Probably. Chi-Chi being targetable is so annoying to me. Messes with target friendly macro. Oh, see, since I don't use macros, I just use click casting. I use click the add-on or built-in cell click casting. I've never really messed with mouse over. So the difference, or at least one of the differences that I know, is if you use mouse over macros, it's not just for when you mouse over a player frame. I'm pretty sure it's also if you mouse over the player itself. So I'm gonna have to like get used to with mouse over macros, like hovering my mouse like up here where no one is. I'm pretty sure that's the case. But when you use like cells, built-in click casting, or click, we're just gonna Alt F4, I guess. You can do that. You can like it's only player frames that you can hover over. Dude, Chi-Chi's trolling level 79. Oh, was it level 79? I didn't notice. I really want them to add unit frame only mouse over condition. Unit frame only. Yeah, exactly what I was saying, Graham. I think that's the biggest frustration why I personally don't like using mouse over macros is that you can't like it works when you mouse over a player too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Illyrian, is that's why I don't use mouse over macros, because it also, if you hover over a player, it doesn't work. But click only works with frames, and cell it works with only frames. And that's what I prefer. Because if you've ever watched, like, maybe I have a VOD of me doing anything, but if you ever watch me, like, when I do, like, Chi-Chi, is I just, like, take my mouse off of the player frames, press my 6 button, and then go back to the player frames for when I press enveloping mists and stuff. And where that could mess up now using mouse over, I don't know why I'm doing this on Anduin's crotch, but here we are. But now, what could happen is if I take my thing off of the player frames, and then like say there's a player here, you know, and I'm hovering and I press that, then I would just hard cast enveloping mist on that player, you know. So we're gonna try to find ways around it, or I'll just have to get better, you know. Womp womp, gotta get better. Oh man. But yeah, I've never had it come up where I accidentally target Chi-Chi, but I'm guessing that's gonna happen to me now. Let's see. I want to live. I want to go to tech college and study computer networking, says Chi-Chi. Uh-oh, world server down. It's not really, but we're gonna break back into the beta. Poor Chi-Chi. Forced to only come out and help us for 24 seconds at a time. Most I've been able to play is 5 minutes and it crashes. Well, hey, we're gonna cherish those 5 minutes, Jesse. And if we need to, we can always hop on. We have a lot of Mistweaver key pushing to do. I think from the vault, I got a plus 17 gambit, which there's a world where we 2-chest that and get to a plus 19. So we can always just hop on and do that. But we're gonna see what we can do on stream on the beta. Let's see. Did it reset my macro? Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It did, it did. Okay, so luckily I copy and pasted that before it crashed. So now we have the spinning crankcake one working. But this is the one that we were trying to figure out. So we want it to use... Okay, for some reason it reset my other one, but not this one. So where this... Hmm. Maybe there's like, I think there's an extra space. That's what it was. There was an extra space here. That's why it wasn't working. Oh my goodness. There were extra spaces all over here. What the heck? It was driving me crazy. Okay, I think the extra spaces were the problem. Let's try it again. So here's what we want to work, or how we want it to work. We want to both summon Chi-Ji and use our on use at the same time. And then the next time I press the same button, we want to cast Enveloping Mist on ourselves. So Chi-Ji, the on use did not work. It's okay. That's the least important part of this. Okay, we are casting Enveloping Mists. Oh my goodness, it's working. I think. Hey, okay, so that aspect of it's working. The on use is not. Oh wait, hold on. Did it swap my trinket slots? It did. Okay, so the on use is gonna work too. Okay, so this works. This now works. This macro works. All it was just a bunch of spaces. I can't believe I'm that stupid. So this one we're also gonna copy. I'm gonna put in my Discord. We're compiling a list of macros. I'll make like a macro video for healers soon, because I know that's honestly, that is one of my most requested videos to make, is make a video showing all your macros. The truth is I just did not use a lot of macros before, but now I do, or now we're gonna have to, you know. Okay, so what do we do with this next 5 minutes? Sequence is very important in macros. More specific conditionals have to come first in the macro generally. Yeah, I mean, we have the condition here. So, like, if a mouse over exists, it's going to cast Enveloping Mist. Else, it's going to cast Invoke Chi-Ji, is how this one's written. And then if we are Yulon, it should work with that. I guess we could test that too. We could swap to Yulon, see if it works. I guess we should show tooltip. To make this one better, we would show tooltip for Chi-Ji and Yulon. That way it shows the actual cooldown of Chi-Ji and Yulon, but we can do that later. Okay, but this macro at least works in a state that I think is fine. Where I should check is we need to see, does it cast Enveloping Mist on these guys? Yeah, okay, so this macro works to at least the extent that I care. We are getting this annoying item is not ready, so maybe there's something that you could do. Is there something you can do with macros where you say, like, if item ready, use it? You know, is that a thing or no? Are we going to be able to bind macros to left/right click on unit frames? I'd really miss that if not. Ooh, that's a great question. I've never even tried that. But I know some people have, like, their dispel as, like, a click or something. That would probably be something to set up in key bindings, right? Okay, let's see if we can do something fancy. Okay, you can't do it like this. I honestly just don't even know how to test that, Graham, to be honest. If you can come up with a way for me to try to test it, then I'll try it for sure. Just use the item. Doesn't do anything if it's not ready. Yeah, I mean, it does. I was just saying to get rid of the annoying text is all. I mean, it's like a very minor thing, right? I personally don't care, but I'll see that text all day long, not mind it. But I know some would. Okay, so what else in our UI do we want to test? We want to try out the new UI editor. I've got macros working. Are there any other spells that I care about macroing? I mean, I'm gonna have to mouse over like Vivify and Enveloping Mist and stuff, because I'm pretty sure I'm just casting Vivify on myself, right? No, no, I'm mousing over these guys. Okay, so Vivify's working with mouse over. That guy's probably Alliance or something. It's not letting me mouse over him, but it is letting me mouse over these guys. I wonder what that's about. Okay, so mouse over with Vivify is working. It's just built in, which is kind of cool. Flash heal and its variants are right click on all my healers. The muscle memory strong. Yeah, no, I get you there. I'm sure there is a way to work it. I've just never keybound that to anything. You can add those to the macro. Okay, okay. Technically turns off all air. It's not that deep. It is not that deep. Yeah, you guys are so Zenelia in YouTube chat and Fubarius are giving me the same tip. I'm guessing it works. I'm for sure. I'm sure it works, but it's really not that deep. I'm not gonna mess with it. I think our UI is set up how I want it, just in terms of keybinds and macros. The one downside, like I said, is like if I wanted to press Chiji and I take my mouse off of the frames and accidentally hovered over this guy, it just casts an enveloping mist, which is very frustrating. I don't like that. Okay, let me go ahead and swap my trinkets there. This way we don't have to see that annoying on use thing. Okay. Now let's set up the actual UI, the fun stuff. How does this even work? I'm guessing edit mode, maybe? Like, isn't there like a built-in cooldown manager? Advanced options. I think I use player frame over here. Boss frame. Party frames. Get them out of here. What the heck? I guess we're gonna have to use these. How do you set up normal party frames? Cooldown manager. Okay, hold on. Okay, essential cooldowns utility, blah, 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 is currently disabled. Enable it in advanced options cooldown manager. Yes, sir. Let's go there now. Let's go cooldown manager. Cooldown manager. Well, I guess we need to go to advanced options. Enable cooldown manager. Ooh, we're cooking. We're in midnight, baby. Oh god, it is. It's atrocious. I feel like I just looked in the mirror and, well, I'll just stop there. Oh my god, this is awful. Okay. But we can do what we can. We can make it pretty. First off, why on earth would I ever want to track Jade Walk? That is, it's just toxic that that's even an option, to be honest. This is hideous. Okay, so it's now letting me change talents, which is good. Is there anything that I want to change while I'm here? While I can, before I forget, let's change some things. Why don't we? Don't really need that, but I do want that, I think. Where can we find these points? Jade Walk actually would be it's actually kind of nice to have when we're just doing PvE stuff, whatever. Okay, let's set up this cooldown manager so that we can get rid of our action bars. Oof. Golly, this is just, it's like when you come home. How do I make an analogy here? If you were to come home from a vacation, open your door, and your house is trashed. This is what it feels like. I feel like there's just so much work ahead of me. But that has never stopped me before. Let's look at cooldown manager. Oh boy. Okay, so we can track different buffs. We can track utility cooldowns. We can set how many we want per row. Okay, how many different columns? Let's do... God, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Utility cooldowns, we're going to have 2 rows. Are we going to be able to sort them? Because I like to have... I was about to say I like to have leg sweep and spear hand strike next to each other, but hey, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Goodness. Yeah, I had to be enabled first. Don't you do something like turn it off, use 13, turn it on? I feel like I did that in the past. I've never. I Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So like have two different lines, turn it off, press it, turn it on. Yeah, I mean that's three lines to accomplish one thing. But I don't really mind having on. Um okay. Here's my right now the biggest gripe right now is that it is not symmetrical and it's absolutely driving me crazy. You know, like if you were in Microsoft Word and you were to like type and stuff, um, right now everything's aligned left and I need it aligned center or it's gonna literally drive me crazy. So if I can find out how to do that, I'm sure it's a thing. Icon direction left, advanced settings. Okay. Okay, so this is where you can sort them. So here we can put Rising Sun Kick, Blackout Kick next to each other. I like to have them in this order. Renewing Mist. Oh, you guys know, if you've watched me ever, you know that I love my Renewing Mist as a bar. I don't like tracking it as an icon. Cocoon. I'm fine with that spot. Man, I wish I could put Thunder Focus Tea on a separate. Ah, man, I already just hate this because y'all know If you've watched me play Mistweaver, you know how particular I have everything in my UI. So, man, I'm sure you guys are the same way. I'm talking like I'm the only person that does this, but no, we all like our stuff exactly where it is, you know? Let's put Touch of Death in the top left. Okay, are they just rubbing it in that we have Spearhand Strike here? Come on now. That's rude. Let's at least put Leg Sweep next to Paralysis, I'm guessing. Would make sense. I like to have Roll on the far right, since it's keybound on a far right button for me. Tiger's Lust for the same reason I like on the far left. So we're going to put it here. So Ring of Peace. God, Detox, I wish I could track up here. Can I? I can. Okay. That's actually really cool. Not displayed. I don't want Transcendence Transfer. Okay, hold on. This is better than I thought, actually. Let's see. Wait, are all these options available on live or just beta? So far, we're on beta right now. This is just in beta. They're really developing this currently. When I came here by Reflex, but I have a Twitch sub. Oh, you came to YouTube by Reflex. Ah, okay. Mostly beta. There is some very basic version of CD Manager on live, though. Yeah, I haven't even dabbled with it on live. But what all do we want to track? Essential buffs. I'm guessing we can track buffs too. Vivify, because we're gonna want to track like Vivacious. We're gonna want to track like Dance of Chi-Chi procs, that way and stuff. What else do we want to track here? So right now we're tracking, what is that, 7 buffs. I would like to track an even number. Maybe I just move Detox back down to make it 8. Dude, this song that I'm listening to is one of my all-time favorites. It is going so hard right now in my ear. Also, can we not track Manatee? Maybe I'm gonna have to add that as a buff too. Okay, so this is my spells. I think these are the spells that I want to track. Let's go ahead and change up the buffs. Ooh, dude, that's clean. So we can get a Chi-Chi bar. Can I move it? I probably can. Track buffs. We are not going to track Jade Walk. That is a meme and a half. Thunder Focus Tea. I guess we track that. I do want to track Rushing Wind. Oh, that's lighter than air. Never mind. Dance of Chi-Chi I do want to track. Don't really care about Escape from Reality. Shayloons, sure, I'll track. Tracking Shayloons under tracked buffs is so weird to me. You would move Roll and Parrot. See, for me, yeah, I probably should remove Parrot to be honest. But for me, I love being able to see how many charges of Roll I have. Where's Manatee? Right now, it's only being tracked under buffs, which I wish that there was a way that you could track, like, move things. Oh, wait, what is it? It's not even under buffs. What the heck? What on earth? Oh, wait, and then also Fort Brew has 2 different buffs. I want to track how long my defensive's on me. Healing Elixir, I don't need to track. Vivacious, I do want to track. Thunder Focus Tea, God, I used to use, I have a Thunder Focus Tea macro, or weak aura. Oh, the game crashed. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, we can't make any progress. Oh, dude, this is so frustrating. No, it was in not displayed in the first tab. Okay, okay. And not displayed in the first tab. I must not be rolling enough. I always seem to have one. Yeah, I mean, like you do always seem to have one until that one time that you don't. And it's just nice, like in a raid environment. Like right now, we're progging on Dementius, and I use my roll double jumps to cancel out the knockback. So, oh my god, what all did it revert? Reverted this. But I use my roll double jumps to cancel out the knockbacks. But there's also moments where you could get chosen to get a mechanic where you have to run to a very specific spot to be able to drop the mechanic correctly. And I just like to see my roll charges, or at least have them somewhere on the screen so that it can I can know for a fact if I have one. Okay. Got our macros working again. Let's go ahead and I guess start again here. I need to set a 5-minute timer, and every 5 minutes just like relog so that it resets everything. We did cooldown manager, enable cooldown manager, edit mode, cooldown manager, and we want to do advanced cooldown settings. Okay, we're back. We're back. What did I change though? I had put Rising Sun Kick and Blackout Kick next to each other on the far left. The rest of it looks fine. Here, I don't want to track this. Obviously, don't want to track Experience Strikes. That's really troll. Mighty Ox Kick. What the hell? Okay. Para, I don't need to track. You're right. Is this all, though? So Manatee is here. Okay, but it's under utility. I'm stupid. I can change that myself. I probably do want it under utility, to be honest. But Detox I want up. Here, here. Roll on the far left, though. Bang, bang, bang. I want this here. I don't know what this is, so I'm just going to move it down. Do I want to track any of these spells? No. I think this is where we had it, right? I think. And we got to do this quickly before it kicks us out of the game again. Heart of the Jade Serpent. Ooh, yeah, that is nice to track. Oh, so I can move things in bars. That is sick. Okay, so I do want to track Fort Brew. Okay, this is actually a lot cooler than I thought. So we want to track Thunderfolk Sea. Whoa! Clip Drift with the Prime sub. Thank you so much for the support, Clip Drift. I appreciate it so much. And thank you for the Prime. I know you only get one each month, and choosing me is very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much for the support. This looks like a lot of buffs, though, but keep in mind they're not always going to be live. I don't need to see how long my Tiger's Lust is. Zen Pulse I do want to track. Escape from Reality I don't want to track. Okay, I think this is fine. We're going to exit out of this. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and then we're going to move around everything. And by hit save, I mean log out and log back in. Or I might just / reload, and that might... Oh. / relog. What the heck? I did / RL. Isn't that a thing or no? You kind of want to track kick if you plan to play DPS ever. I mean, that's true, but I have it set up to just Mistweaver. Oh, we can deal with that later on. Let's see. What did Zanellius... O Gabriel Pelk said... the Gabriel Pelk, I remember, says, yeah, I'm using the basic one already. Hyped for the more complex version. I'm playing with no add-ons now. Wow, very interesting. In current retail, you're playing with no add-ons. That is props to you. You must have like a bigger sanity bar than I do. Mine is not that large. Okay, now we actually get to move things around. So I want my attract buffs. Maybe here? Oh, guys, you know what I just thought about? How are we going to track our vitality? Actually, I'm going to track buffs here? No. I like them here. But that's also where I like health bars. So maybe here? But how am I going to track vitality, man? Is the blizzard damage meter in yet for me? We haven't made it there yet, but I'm sure it's in here, Zanelia. I'm pretty sure it's in here. Isn't the CD manager live? It is, but it's they're adding a lot to the CD manager coming into midnight. So the live version's kind of like it's very bad. May change to it for the beta. You kind of want kick tracked. The CDM in retail, the CDM, I'm a little stupid. Oh, cooldown manager. Ah, okay. Okay, it is. See, I haven't even. It shows how much I've dabbled with it, honestly. Have my Jade Fire and Ancient Teachings as bars, just like my weak bars. Ooh, interesting. Is the Blizz damage meter in there? Using gut feeling, it looks just the same last I checked. Oh, okay. See, this shows how little I've dabbled with it in current live, but God, I hate that we're gonna all have to do this. It looks the same? Okay. Yikes then. If they haven't made much changes, then that's a big yikes. Okay, advanced cooldowns. We've already looked at that. We have that all set up how I want it. But now we get to move things around. You know what I kind of want? How do I want to set this up, though? So maybe if I do 2 columns. Oh, this looks so tacky, though. Oh my god, it just looks so tacky. If we reduce the padding, get everything closer together. Well, actually, I don't care about the padding on the buffs, but these I do want less padding. Oh, the padding is as low as it can go. Yikes. Maybe we just do 1 long bar. What the heck? Why did it jump down there? Also, oh, I saw. I don't want to say it for a fact, but I saw something where there's like some kind of event going on with Twitch and gifted subs right now. Do y'all know anything about that? Like, I saw some streamers have it. Maybe they had to do something to unlock it, and I have not done anything. So if that's the case, I don't have it. I'm just like, I know that this is not how I want it to look finally, but part of me thinks that there's nothing I can do to change it to where I want it to be. Let's just exit out. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, though. It's really not. Where's our cast bar? Oh, my guy's hands are off. He's spinning. Okay. Do I have a cast bar? Dude, this game is so laggy. Let's go ahead and relog. Relog just to save the progress we've done so far. We have to keep doing this because it's beta, and it is just kicking us out of the game constantly. Hey, looks like I caught it right before it kicked me out. Setting up your UI is blue collar work. Let me do the blue collar work for you guys, and you guys can just import the work that I've done. That's my goal here, is to kind of be the take the stress out of this for you guys. That's realistically what I'm trying to do. So I want to do this on all 7 healer specs and then just like make it available for you guys to download. Hey, we have a new covenant calling. Interesting. Okay. What's next? What's next in the setup? We need to get player frames set up. So I'm gonna post like anyone want to join a party with me to set up player frames? All right, so let's see if we can get some friends in here. Also just gonna invite some random people. They can't join our group. I was about to invite this guy's pet. Just inviting random people. Invite. Okay, so we have a party. Oh my god, no way we're gonna heal like this, right? Okay, how do I set up player frames? I'm guessing it's just in edit mode. Dude, there's no shot I'm gonna heal people's freaking default frames next here. if I can't make little boxes of people's faces, which I'm sure there are. I'm so stupid. St. Chris is right. I need to go into a follower stream. Also, my hair was wet at the start of the stream. If it looks weird, I apologize, guys. I I took a shower. Sorry for being clean. No, I'm just kidding. Heartbeat, health alarm, and classic. Oh, that sound is awesome. That is interesting. That would stress me out though. So let me just. I'm sorry, Blight Soul. I'm gonna leave the group. Leave the party. Let's go into a follower dungeon. You are so right. Sure, take me to Cinderbrew. Use right click on party frame to set it. Right click on party frame to set it. There's an option in the setting to unclip it from the left side. Yes, there should be. I just haven't. That's what we're about to set up. So do we have to level up on the beta? That's what this week is. So if you look, I can pull it up, but there's a schedule. So this week, all that they're giving us access to is like, hey, like you can level from 80 to 90 just to test like leveling, just to get the feel of your characters and stuff. And then next week you're going to be able to just like make a level 90 character and test dungeons. So you don't need to level. It's just if you want to get a week's head start on testing your builds and stuff. Okay, we're in a follower dungeon. Let's set up these player frames. You guys know I like my gigantic bubbles in the center of the screen. It's like, yeah, you can just move them around this way, but this is absolutely hideous. Okay, use raid style frames. This is what I'm talking about. They are tiny though. Y'all know that I like mine to be sorted by roles. So that way it's tank, then healer, then 3 DPS. That way there's no surprises. My small brain can keep track. I also like to use horizontal. Y'all, I like my. I know not everyone does, but I just like it because it's symmetrical and my eyes can just. If my mouse stays central, then it's equidistant to every health bar, and I like that. Or it's close to equidistant, I guess. Sure, let's display a border. Let's move this out of the way so I can see. Let's also turn this off for now. Wait, it's not that deep. Okay. Frame width. Let's get these suckers wide and tall, baby. Like our men, 6'7", blonde hair, blue eyes, right? Oh god, I can already tell that my UI is gonna be so ugly. I think this is about this. Honestly, the max width and height is kind of what I go with, anyways. Sure, we're just gonna rock max both ways. I like my frames like right below my feet so I can see the ground beneath me. Oh man. Reset the default position. Okay, raid frame settings. Okay, this is what. Let me just really quick. We're gonna move all of this out of the way. So we need to move this down, this down, this down. It's so weird that all the buffs are gonna be tracked on their bars. And I'm gonna disable my action bars after. We're gonna get it all pretty though. Interesting. Okay. Oh, it's because my buffs are here. So what I need to do is I need to. Okay. I see. I want my buffs probably tracked like up here. Honestly, like maybe here. And then that way my spells can be right under these bars. Maybe want very little dead space here. Also, I'm now remembering I read a chat and didn't say it out loud. IQ Swag showed up and said, "Hey, what's up? How's the stream going?" It's honestly going very well. It's very chill so far. I encourage you all to like turn on music in the background, get like a YouTube playlist going in the back, or you know if you're playing maybe you're doing some dungeons on the side. That's a good idea. But this is a very chill stream, by the way. I think everyone's enjoying it. We're all kind of you guys are kind of like posing a question like, can you do this with the UI? Then I'm kind of like testing it and stuff. So a very chill stream, but yeah, like I said, get some music queued up in the background. I have some playing in my ear. I know that we probably don't have the same taste, so yeah, I think we're all vibing. But yeah, this should look a lot cleaner. So yeah, I have my spells. God, I just hate how much spacing is between. I wish that, I'm sure there is a way, but I want a border around all of these spell icons, man. And then when I get a buff like Vivacious Vivification or something, it'll pop up here. Then if I pop Chi-Ji, got a Chi-Ji bar here. There's my Jade Teachings of the Monastery buff. Goodness gracious. My brain is cooked. Look at these instant enveloping mist from Chi-Ji. You go, Chi-Ji. You go, Chi-Ji. Oh, I'm also noticing that my personal health bar display is going to need to be somewhere like bigger. Or my mana bar at least is going to be... I need my mana bar somewhere other than right here, you know? Let's go into edit mode. Let's push these guys up a bit. If it'll let me. God, the spacing is really throwing me off. Why is the minimum padding you can get 2? That is so toxic, man. So toxic. Okay, now let's tinker with our raid frames. I want icon sizes bigger. I definitely want icon sizes bigger. And obviously there should be a way that I can turn off what I can see on these guys' health bars, right? Raid frame settings. Oh, God. Oh, God. I was not expecting this. Display class color. Yes, I personally don't like to see pets on my bars. Display power bars. I'm going to turn it on to only see healer power bar. Like, I only care about your mana. This, I do want to toggle this. If only I could do, like, healers plus Blood Death Knight or, you know, something like that. That would be nice, though. So you don't have to level from 180. Yeah, I was basically, you're able to import your level 80 characters from live on here. So I have all my healers loaded up on here. What the heck is this? Okay. Let me go ahead and hit save. And I'm going to relog while I rechat. That way it kind of saves the state that we've put it in currently. I'm looking for a new party frame add-on. 6'5" blue eyes. Yes, sir. I have faith in Blizzard. Me too. Me too. My biggest issue, TBH, was base raid frames. The rest is tolerable. Hopefully Blizzard has improved them. They have done some improvements. I remember there was like one big patch note that they kind of said they're making some changes, and they were a lot of good changes. But it's still, we need more. How do you do the import? There should be, if you go onto the character screen where you see all your characters, you can see a copy button down here. Copy, and then it'll, once you click copy, it'll allow you to do, what am I trying to say? Hit copy, it'll pull up a list of your retail characters, and you just pick which one you want to copy from retail. Oh god, this dungeon's back? No, this is just a follower dungeon so that I can set up my UI. Shami, it's not back in that sense that you're scared of. Trust me. I found that instead of CDM, use action bars. 7 and 8 makes it nicer to look at. I was considering that. Do I just use action bars? But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I like to put on my action bars that I don't like to track. But some people will like to use action bars more than the cooldown manager. You can export it from live, then paste it in the beta. Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, the padding setting. Unfortunately, the padding's set at a cap of 2. You can't go below 2. You got scared for a second? Yeah, me too. Please never Cinderbrew again. It broke me last season. Yeah, I'm the same way with Priory. If they bring back Priory like soon, I'll cry. I'll literally do a 12-hour crying stream, and I might even throw in a hot tub or something. I don't know. I've been trying to do that all day, and I don't think you can. Oh, like importing. So you're already. I am level 80 currently. That's why I don't have these like Apex talents yet. But you can level to 90 if you want to. That's kind of what this week is designed for. So I'll definitely do some leveling just to kind of unlock some new buttons and stuff, and to play with the new spells and stuff. But that's okay. How's the beta? Currently, it's very laggy. I wasn't able to log on at all yesterday. It wasn't letting you import your characters. And then today it keeps kicking us out. However, it's not all doom and gloom. I think the UI, I'm going to get used to it. And I'll end up liking it, I think. So what am I trying to do? We need to go back to edit mode, click on these guys, click raid frame settings, and now we need to see what all can we optimize here? Display incoming heals. I don't like playing with this, but I don't mind playing with it, to be honest. Display aggro highlight. Sure. Class colors, yes. Main tank and assist. That's actually good for a healer to be able to see, so sure. Show debuffs, yes. But am I going to be able to, like, sort my buffs? Display only dispellable debuffs? No. Because I want to be able to see, like, bleeds that are on my tank and stuff. Display health text. What is this? Determines what type of health text is shown. Do not display any health text. Display remaining health as a number. No, I feel like that's just going to add, like, more processing that my computer's going to do. Display the arena. I don't play arena. Is that really all the customization you can do? No shot, right? Is that it? So I can't make the renewing mist and enveloping mist icons bigger? There's no shot, right? Surely you can make the icons bigger. Is that not a thing? There's no way that's not a thing. Dude, my eyes are way too cooked for that. Icon size. Just, it should be here. Icon size. Crank that sucker up. Sadly, no, you can't. Oh, okay, dude, this is awful. My eyes are horrible, man. I literally already have like, what do they call, like, bottles something glasses? My glasses are already like on hyper scaling, and dude, this is not okay. I can't even speak. I'm so baffled. Okay, it is already built in that, like, while you're at 0 stacks of your renewing mist, it's grayed out. Oh man. Don't know if it's coming. Oh man. That's really baffling. I thought I was going to be able to edit all of that. You can't change which direction your buffs are on people, right? It's like when I enveloping mist someone, it just scoots the renewing mist over. I don't like that. And then what happens when the enveloping mist drops off? It just bumps it back. See, I like it where I could have renewing mist bottom left, enveloping mist bottom right. It's much easier for my eyes to see. I don't like this. Can you desaturate CDs if they are on cooldown? I feel like they already are. So like if I press revival, yeah, it is desaturated. It's just built in like that. I got a Priory 19 last night and decided not to do that. Yeah, I had the Priory or the Dawnbreaker 19, but I ended up getting a Priory 18 to end the week last week, and I was like, yeah, no. Yeah, the icons are very small. So here's what's going on, by the way, if you're wondering. The icons are so small because they are scaled in a way where we have our unit frames super small. But then notice that the bigger I make the unit frames, what am I saying? The unit frames, the icons don't scale up at all. But the icons need to scale up when you scale up your frame sizes. Because who on earth, what, like, literally, like, the minions from Despicable Me would use bigger party frames than this. Like, why are they that small? But why are the icons still scaled to be that small? That is, no, no, no. That should not be a thing. So that's big change that they need to do, number one. That is really bad. You meant change the opacity on CDs. You can't change the opacity on things specifically on cooldown, but you can change the opacity on all icons if you wanted to. It goes from 50 to 100%. So, you know, I might actually do that on my buffs. Make the opacity maybe like 75. It's not a bad shout, but no, you can't do it to where, like, if it's on cooldown, toggle the opacity down. Submit an issue report as a suggestion. That's a great idea. So what was I saying? Party frames. Okay, how do I word this to Blizzard? Y'all help me type this because this is from all of us to Blizzard. It doesn't look good. No icon configuration says my Rest of Druid is unplayable. Yeah, Rest of Druid is losing a lot here. You're gonna have to use the scaling in the main graphic setting to get any bigger. You're gonna have to help me do that. Help me do that. I definitely want to be able to do that. So if that's under settings or what, like tell me how to get there. I mean, I appreciate that shout. Also, first time chatter with a good shout there. So appreciate you so much. Yeah, help me with that. Help me with that. But to Blizzard, we're gonna say, um, my hot icons on my allies are way too small for my unk eyes. When I first enabled raid frames, the tiny icons fit in the tiny raid frames. Then I scaled up the frames to a level visible to humans, and I don't need a comma there, and the icons stayed miniature. Please allow icon custom. Am I about to run out of characters? Customize. Please allow customization. Period. Is this a good note? Is this a good note or no? UI scale, settings, and graphics. Okay. Loved watching your All Healers of 3K series. All the frame settings being what they are hurt as a healer main. Yeah, definitely is. It's going to take a lot of getting used to from us, or a lot of feedback from us, and Blizzard being willing to listen to our feedback, which so far, I want to go ahead and say, Blizzard has listened to our feedback so far, and their stance was they're going to take everything away from us and then slowly work it back in a more reasonable way. So although things might look still, you might be thinking, oh, it's doom and gloom, like, the UI is horrible. Notice that they're slowly allowing more and more tweaking. They're just building it from the ground up. So just give them enough time and enough feedback, and that they're going to get it working for us. Like, it's going to be okay. But this is just like basically round one of the beta. What all can we do? I'm going to go ahead and submit this ticket. So here's, just in case you're just joining, these tiny, tiny, tiny little icons of our hots and buffs are way too small. So I said my hot icons on my allies are way too small for my unk eyes. When I first enabled raid frames, the tiny icons fit in the tiny raid frames. Then I scaled up the frames to a level visible by humans, and the icons stayed miniature. I also misspelled miniature, I think. Miniature. Is it miniature or miniature? I don't know. Just say, please allow us to adjust the size of icons. That's more professional. So yeah. Please allow us to adjust the size of icons on party/raid frames. I am also going to mention that they start out very small, and I don't need a comma there, and when you scale up the frames, the icons remain small. I'll keep that part in there because I think that's important to kind of show that's what's happening. You know what I mean? So please allow us to adjust the size of icons on party/raid frames. Very much better said, Zenelia. They start out very small, and when you scale up the frames, so like when we change the width and height, the icons remain small. I feel like this is fair, right? Don't want to assume what size raid frames the non-human WoW players use. That's true. Can't assume here. We don't assume that. Blizzard should just buy Cell Team and project and make them default part of the game. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but so what Blizzard's doing is they're bringing in a lot of app developers that like so they brought in like a lot of the ones that make current add-ons and stuff, and they had like a little conference, and they were like trying to get them to work to basically get them to work to build in their stuff, or something. I don't know, but I believe Cell was one of those. Like they had didn't they have the Cell developer there trying to like kind of get the Cell developer to basically help with add-on or party frame UI and stuff. I'm pretty sure that happened. Maybe Cell Guy wasn't there. Okay, so far, only true gripe. Well, two true gripes are that one, the icons are horrible on your party frames. Number two, the padding between your icons is capped. Like you can only get it down to 2, and I want that padding either to 0 or to 1 because I hate having that gap between all of the icons. That to me is very like bothersome. A good thing besides size would be to be able to change what icons, yeah, where either from left to right for sure, or like you're saying, Spiker Monk is, how I like to do it is I like my renewing mist like bottom left, enveloping mist bottom right, and so far you can't split that up. But for now, the number one thing is we need the icons bigger, and then we can worry about that later. I think so, in like a future beta thing. That's number one. Okay, now. Is there anything else UI customizable that you guys want to see? Also, what is this keybind for me in retail? This is my Shayloons button. So I guess, yeah, I don't need to keybind that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons now don't have a keybind. Also, Celestial Conduit, we're going to bind here. Also, how do I track vitality? Let's check that. Is my vitality just stored as a buff? Also, potential energy. I really want to be able to see both of these buffs. Balance stratagem and potential energy somewhere other than just up here. So there need to be a lot of buffs added to the buff editor. Advanced cooldown settings. Can I search for example, potential energy? Oh, well, I guess I'm in the cooldowns part. I wonder if I can add in options. Wonder if I can add in buffs to track. So, potential energy. I would love to be able to see this other than having to look at the top right of my screen. It's crazy. Some add-ons do work on beta right now. Yeah, some have been imported in. Gonna miss having the icon that just shows all the defenses in the game in one spot. Yeah, big true. All I want is some kind of layouting language for devs to use. Just display, no logic, as they wanted. I just read that. Is there a healer who doesn't need to track anything on the frames? I need a new main. Ooh, let's see. Is there a healer that you really don't care about what buffs are on who? Maybe Holy Priest? Like, yeah, it's nice to be able to see, like, your... Well, I guess, dude, Holy Priest still have Renew, right? Right? But Holy Priest is, like, so whack-a-mole that I feel like you don't really need to see who has what hots on and stuff. Like, maybe your mastery you'd care about? Okay. Let's disable our action bars. Let's hide our default action bar too. Does that add-on work? So that's going to drive me insane. Let's see if we can download that. Also, I'm noticing that I'm not being kicked out of the game now that I'm in a follower dungeon. Maybe it's just Dornagal that's kicking people. Oh, maybe we can edit it here. Oh, also, you said there might be a way to scale it up. So let me scroll back up to what Sabadek said. Mythical has been discussing and putting out videos about the updates. It isn't doom and gloom, but it is going to be rough at first. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely going to be an adjustment, for sure. DBM/Bigwig devs were on a meeting with them to discuss issues. Yeah, I know DBM and Bigwigs were there. I just don't know if Cell was there. Okay, let's see. What were you saying? Settings, graphics. Settings, graphics. You're saying UI scale. Okay, but is this what we want, though? What is this? Oh my god, what did you make me do? Oh my god. I mean, I'm sure there's like a number. Okay, this is not what we were looking. This is kind of what we were looking for, but not what we were looking for. You know what I mean? Let's try it like here. What was it? Oh my god, it goes up so quickly. Yikes. That is scary. That is scary. Trying to do this new quest line in OMG, it's so laggy. Uh-oh. I think I'm gonna enjoy. Ooh, Druid healing now. Really? Is it? What is it about Druid that's gonna make you enjoy it more? Also, do we level in here? Oh god, hold on. Let me hit some mobs so that we can see some debuffs and stuff. I see that I have threat. That threat bar is kind of annoying. Okay, actually it is kind of nice to see that only our tank has threat. Oh my god, the dispellable debuffs is not it. What is that buff? I don't know, but I used it. Maybe it was Dance of Chi-Chi? Also, it's so nice not having to press Jadefire Stomp in order to get my cleaving blackout kicks and stuff. Oh, tank dead. But every time I Thunder Focus here, Rising Sun Kick, it just shoots out a Jadefire Stomp. It's nice. But god, we are doing so little damage. I'm just trying to see like what Plater frames kind of look like now, you know? Look at me channeling a Soothing Mist and moving. It's so cool, but it looks so stupid. It kind of looks stupid, doesn't it? Look at me just channeling a Soothing Mist and moving. Dude, Mistweaver's so much fun now. I'm sorry. If you're not planning on maining Mistweaver and you enjoy playing Mistweaver currently, what are you doing, man? Just main it. Do I even have Way of the Serpent? Oh, it's because I do. Okay, I was like, wait, what? But I forgot it reset our talents. Hold on. Hold on. Can you see how small it gets if you go the opposite direction? I can for science. Let's test that. How small can it get? Okay, it's... Honestly, it's not that small. I thought it'd be microscopic, but no, it is... I guess it only goes down to 65%. Okay, hold on. Now we have Way of the Crane. I don't want to pull Chewy. Let's pull these guys. We're gonna have to set up our Plater-esque things. Okay, now our Tiger Palms are hitting twice. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay. Let's set up our Plater-ish UI here now. Options. Is that under interface? Not raid frames, not arena enemy frame. Wait, hold on. Combat, maybe? Target of your target. I feel like this specific area of customization is where we're going to lose the most. What we're able to track on our enemies is going to definitely go down the most, in my opinion. What the hell is gameplay enhancement? Assisted highlight. Enables highlights that suggest the ability to use. Okay, no. So this is like DBM here, I'm guessing. Hides any boss warning messages that aren't targeting you. Enable boss timeline. This is like big wigs. Weird. Toggle on to view important defensive buffs and separate HUD elements. Ooh. So am I going to be able to track all of my allies' defensives? Oh, also, hold on. I saw... Can we track DR? Activates tracking of DR for crowd control effects and enemy group unit frames. Very interesting. DR icons to those associated with spells that you were able to track. Okay. So basically, we're going to be able to see how much DR stacks people have. That's kind of crazy. I'm going to main it, but I'm not sure if I'll want to push as much as I am now. I think the gameplay will really determine that. I think the gameplay is going to be there. I think really the only thing that's really going to change on like a macro level is you're no longer going to have to press Jade Fire Stomp to get your buffs. And to me, that's awesome. Nameplates has a lot for debuffs and buffs on the enemies. Okay, so let's see. Nameplates. I was getting there. The nameplate settings are nice. Oh, okay. That's actually good to see then. Critters and companions, friendly players, enemy players. Always show nameplates. Enemy nameplates. Minions minor. Do I want to see my... I don't think I do. Friendly NPC nameplates. I turn those off. That way they don't... Yeah, these guys, like, they don't get in the way. Show off screen. No, I'm not going to toggle that on because that always annoys me. Okay. Size. Crank these bad boys up. Make them big. Okay, not that big. Do I want them that big, actually? No, I think a 3 is a good number. Buff to debuff scale. We want those suckers huge, though. I want to be able to see dots and hots and everything in between on those enemies. And their upcoming casts, I'm guessing, is what that is. Style. I do like them thick. No, I like them thick. Do I want them a block or do I want them modern? What's different? Okay, I'm going to watch here. Do I want them modern or block? The hell's the difference, man? I don't know. We're going block. Nameplate information. Controls what information is displayed on nameplates. Health percent displays the unit's current health as a percentage. Yes, we want that. Health value. I do want health percent. Rarity icon health value. What was that again? Displays the unit's current health. Sure. No, I actually don't care about the number of health this guy has. I just care about its percent. Okay. Cast bar information. Spell name. Spell. Oh, this is actually really cool. This customization is nice, man. You can like toggle on everything that you care about. So as a healer, my number one box that I always have checked, I want to see who it's targeting. Oh, that's beautiful. So now I can see Wicked Bolt being cast at this player. I can life cocoon him. That is amazing. Spell target is built in. Highlight when targeted by an enemy. What is this? Oh, so it's going to highlight if it's targeting me. Dude, this is so far... This is not... Okay, this is that icon. Spell name. Yeah, Wicked Bolt. That's important. Spell target is very, very important. Highlight important casts. This is going to be... So it's going to highlight either an important or... Maybe I don't want it to highlight important ones. I just want to, as the player, figure out what's important myself. Maybe, I don't know. It couldn't be bad, right? Aggro display. I guess flash if I get aggro. Maybe both of them. Why not both of them? So if I get aggro, it's going to blink and turn red. How about that? Sure. Dude, this is, so far, I am very impressed with this customization, to be honest. Let's keep looking, though. Mob, NPC buffs. Shared CC. What is shared CC? I don't know. Shared CC. Show the temporary crowd control effects you or your allies have applied to the unit. Okay, so like if my Brewmaster stuns them, that's nice, I guess. Personal debuffs. What is this? Show the temporary negative effects you have applied to the unit. Yeah. Obviously. Mob buffs. Show the temporary beneficial. Where are the mob buffs? On the left. Okay, so if I need to like para to soothe someone, I can soothe it. I'll see it there that they're enraged. I don't really care about enemy players, friendly players. How come there are more debuffs on bars customization than there are our own? Simplify nameplates. What is this? I don't I don't really care about all that. Okay, so honestly, dude, the UI that you can do for the nameplates is very nice. The downside is, can you stack it? And also, what the hell is this? What is this? Okay, early bed. Back to the IO grind tomorrow. Kira, best of luck in your IO grind. You got this. Get to 39. I want to see you at 39 when I check next. How about that? This one looks good. Gives hope for raid frames. Yeah, 100%. You can tell that they've put a lot of time in here. And oh my goodness, if you've watched my gameplay, you can see, you know that I love when my target is massive and right in my face. And it looks massive and right in my face. So I like this, man. I like this. I might want to scale it down a bit. And also, can you stack is a big thing. Let's check that. Let's go ahead and reset. Before I forget, let's go ahead and log out and log back in just to make sure the game doesn't crash and take away all the progress we've made. The difference is the cast bar. On black, the name of the spell is in the cast bar. On the other, it's under. I'm not sure what that means, Nelia, if I'm being honest. The highlight important cast is way too subtle. It needs to change the color of the bar. Yeah, you guys, if you've watched my actual gameplay on retail, you know that I like that giant green. Like, my target needs to be green. 3,900, that's a lot of work. Kira, don't doubt yourself. I believe. You should too. No, I'm just kidding. Make sure to give me a month or two before you check. Oh, you got this. You can do it in your sleep. Just keep the game open. You'll wake up. You'll be 3,900 in no time. Is the DBM slash Bigwigs timeline? Oh, this, yeah. Okay, that sounds right to me. That sounds like something I remember. But why is it active right now when I'm not in combat? Is why I'm confused. Okay, let's get back to it. What are we editing? We are editing nameplates. I want to crank it down just a smidge. God, the jump from 2 to 3 is massive, though. But I feel like that's a pretty reasonable bar size. God, dude, there are so many bars on screen, though. I hate that red and yellow. That is hideous. If you can change those colors, I'm here for it, man. But so far, can you? Like, why is this so pretty? I want to see green nameplates. But then you look here, it's the most ugly and alarming red and yellow ever. So here, I guess, like, if you wanted to simplify minor nameplates, it's not like a big enough change. I kind of want to just revert that. Oh, I hate that red and yellow, though. That is awful. Can you change that? Colorblind settings? Ooh, that's... Colors. How about colors? Okay. Do we want to exist in... Oh god, that is jarring. I'm sorry. I almost can't even look at it. It's really jarring. Honestly, this one's not bad. I don't hate that. Maybe crank down its percent a little bit. Yeah, that one was rough, man. That purple's my favorite color, so I got excited for a second, but yeah, I can't do it. Honestly, I don't hate one of these. Which one was it? This one? No, this one. I don't hate this one. It kind of mutes the colors. It mutes the reds, it looks like. That's crazy. So you can change the color of like items that you get, but you can't change the color of health bars. Enable adds additional information to the tooltips. Okay, now let's try it. Now if we added in colorblind settings, it doesn't give us anything. Oh god, that is purple. It definitely was purple for sure. So changing colorblind on doesn't allow us to change this, which is kind of annoying. Okay, let's get back to this. Let's turn it off, though. I actually don't hate it, though. I really don't hate it. See, but where I do hate it is how it changes the class colors. I can't play like this, you know? My brain is so fried that I need my class colors to be the exact color. So let's go back to no class colors. Okay, let's get into combat with something that casts. What I don't like is that you can't see the name of your non-target. Like, I need to be able to see the name of non-targets. Is that something we can customize? NPC names, of course, of course. All NPCs. Why not? Let's go super deep. There we go. That's easy fix. Just look for it, Chris, before asking. So we want to pull the Pyromaniac. Let's pull these guys. Dude, our Jade Lightning. Nice. Okay, let's let this Pyromaniac cast. Also, he applies a debuff to someone. There's no shot. This is as good of a debuff icon that we can get. That's insanity, man. Alright, we pulled Chewy. Also, I'm so confused. Where is our... Where's our vitality? Is this it? Surely we can add a better way to track our vitality. Something so important. Also, you see here I have Dance of Chi-Ji. I have Vivacious. Why are my buffs so spread apart? What the heck? Why is Teachings of the Monastery there? But Dance of Chi-Ji and Vivacious are all the way over here. That's not good. We're gonna have to change that. How do I do that? Edit mode. Also, this song is god-awful. Give me a second. I have to change it. I am, like, turbo thrown off. I'll just change playlist. That was such a bad video, or bad song. It made me click on a different playlist. We need to re-edit these. How we want the icon order to be. Okay. I want Fort Brew can be on the far right, I guess. Dance of Chi-Ji is pretty important rotationally. Vivacious is also very important. I actually think I want to move these over. Yeah, I actually think I want these more central to my screen, so I'm going to move them over here. It's going to be kind of underneath my character, but I really think that Teachings of the Monastery is so important that I want it that central. Also, Dance of Chi-Ji is so fun. I'm so excited to play with it again. Look at how often it procs. It's crazy. Okay, that's much better. I like that a lot better now that we've toggled that. Okay. Zedalia's like screaming at me. That's what I said earlier. I feel like there is not enough time before midnight for them to add everything I would want to see. I'm dreading launch. Launch is it's gonna be a rough launch week. I feel like it's just the game's gonna be unplayable, honestly. That's what I was saying earlier. It's so bad. Why do they not collapse when active? They only show up where they're assigned in the CDM. Yeah, that's... I see what you mean. They should definitely like close in on the ones being active. Was Fort Brew on there twice? Yes, but it's two different Fort Brews. So it's basically one Fort Brew if you have this Iron Shell Brew and one if you don't, because they're basically different spell IDs, I think. What's the pulsing icon on my minimap? I have a new Covenant Sanctum. Why? I don't know. But hey, we can now go change our Covenant ability if we want to. That's what's pulsing. I have no idea why it's pulsing. Yeah, it's... Yeah, hashtag beta things exactly. Stacking is horrible. Yeah, it's awful. The Platinator add-on gives you a bit more nameplate customization. Let's see. Platinator. I'm searching on CurseForge, by the way. Okay, let's install this and let's see. Let's see how good it looks. Platinator. Also, huge shout out, Anthony. I appreciate you guys um, joining in and chatting about like different things. We're kind of building my goal with like this stream and moving forward is I want to create a hub where you guys get to skip all the annoying parts. You guys can just like import my UI and kind of go from there. I'm going to have different UIs that way you don't all use the same UI. I'm going to have different little setups for you guys to just import. That way you guys don't have to go through this. Either if you use the beta, you guys can download it during the beta, or after the retail goes live, you guys just get to download Midnight, download or import my WeakAura, or not WeakAura, goodness, my UI folder, and then just go from there, you know. That's my goal. Okay, so we've enabled Platinator. Oh, so this is kind of like Plater. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. Ooh, ooh, do I like it? Okay, let's get into combat with something before I start changing things. The thing is, I want a caster, so we want to be one of these Pyromancer pools. Which is kind of unfortunate, but, ooh, okay, that's a pretty color. I'm just gonna let the NPCs kill them, though. I'll take the gold, though. I don't know why I'm so gung-ho on getting the gold. I can see it's kind of undone a lot of stuff that I've changed already. I'm so gung-ho about getting this gold on beta as if gold matters, you know? You didn't play Shadowlands? Yeah, I did, but like I don't know why Shadowlands Covenant stuff's showing up right now. It is very unimportant. Okay, we're gonna dabble in this Platinator add-on to see what all it allows us to do. How hard do you think the learning curve is for Mistweaver? I stopped playing in Season 1, but I still want to come back for keys. I don't think it's very hard because a lot of the time, even in your cooldown Chiji, you press the same like few buttons over and over. So I really don't think the learning curve's hard to at least get to build a good foundation of how to play it. The problem is, how do I... Platinator... How can I customize this? Okay, so I think you can learn a good foundation of how to play Mistweaver very easily. But it's one of those specs that has a long learning curve. I think it's very middle loaded. So I do think it's more of a bell curve, not like a skewed curve as much. So I don't think you'll have to, like a good example is, what's a good example? I guess there's not really a good example nowadays, but you know, like it's one of those specs where like you can kind of like jump in at a good level, just pressing the same buttons over and over, and then you can really start to add from there. Okay, so Platinator, what is this? Let's go with Beaver style, Blizzard style, Blizzard Classic style, Hedgehog. I love the names of these though. Name only. Rabbit. Squirrel. Okay, Squirrel was their default. I don't like Squirrel. Let's go with Rabbit or Blizzard. What was Hedgehog like? I don't hate Hedgehog. Let's stick with Hedgehog for now, because shout out Sonic. This is about the size that I want the nameplate. I'm kidding. Imagine playing with nameplates that big. That's crazy. I don't hate this size. Behavior. I actually like this add-on. It's not bad. Oh, IVTV sub with Prime. IVTV, I really appreciate the support. All of the subs, they are very much appreciated. But the Prime, I understand that you only get one Prime sub a month, and the fact that you chose me with it is extra special. So I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support, IVTV. Also, okay, we're good. Let's see. I want the nameplates of enemies green. Then when the tank has aggro, I want them to turn red. Yeah, that's kind of how I like things too. But it looks like this... Ah, okay. Whoa, this is awesome. Okay, so this you can do. It looks like you can do that. Colors. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So Platinator looks like the new Plater, which is very nice. Okay, so let's see. Aggro safe is going to be blue, and then once they have aggro... This is fine. This is fine. So I like this. This add-on is very cool. This looks like what we were looking for, is Platinator. But I want to turn off my ally health bars, so /Platinator. It is annoying typing, though. How do I turn off my ally health bars? Friendly style. I want friends off, man. Oh, use nameplates for enemies only. How the heck? I want the nameplates off, man. Okay, but let's pull a caster and let's see. Are there more casters? There are. There's a pyromaniac back here. Let's see. And then once the tank has aggro, it goes back to being blue, which is nice. So once I had aggro, it was red. Let's let the caster cast, though. There's the cast. Honestly, I don't know if I like this more. I like the colors more with this add-on, but I don't like the customization. Shift V. Ah, Shift B. Pff, I'm stupid. But I don't like how they stack on top of each other. Let's see if it has a built-in like stacking. I will say it's so weird doing 0 damage again. And you know, they were like, we're buffing all the healers' damage. Where? Where, I ask. Can we stack? Less nameplate spacing? Yeah, we're gonna need that toggled on. What the hell is going on here? Whee! I feel like I have like telekinesis and I'm just like hovering everything. This is awful, man. What on earth is this? Platinator. Gotta work on this, man. I might just make a macro that's /Platinator. That is crazy. So that, unfortunately, we need. So our target's going to pop. I don't know. I'm going to disable this. I do like this. I do like this. I just don't think it's what I'm looking for. So let's turn this add-on off. Also, I want to just get a good, like, base UI made. Might be something Blizzard doesn't want anymore. Probably. In the Blizz settings you saw. Okay, let's see. Stacking. Maybe stack? Stack nameplates. Where are they going? They're running. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. Where is everything? Like, I'm gonna ask you guys, this patron, I want you guys to watch this patron. Where is he in the room? Where is the patron in the room? Someone tell me. You see his nameplate? Oh my god, where's this pyromaniac? Oh, this is so bad. Okay, so this definitely needs some work, man. Maybe, okay, let's get into combat with some stuff. Let's see how it stacks. Okay, those things died immediately. This is unplayable. Where's my target? How do I get close? Is it this guy? Oh my goodness, this is unplayable. This is so bad. Is this how stacking nameplates normally works, man? I feel like stacking nameplates is only good in this functionality as a caster. I feel like I wouldn't mind this much if I was a caster, but like I'm trying to move over here because that's where this nameplate's going. Like, why is the nameplate over here? Why is this hired muscle nameplate here? I'm punching and kicking, but he's over here. What on earth, dude? Oh my goodness, get back here. This is so bad. This is like comically bad. This is so bad. Okay. Just try to kick that. That's so cursed. Bring our kick back. Okay, so we definitely want to turn that off. Stack nameplates. No thank you. Unfortunately. Okay. Wasn't it native before? I mean, I guess it was, but I don't remember it being that bad. Now they have like insane padding or whatever just built in. Yeah, I really wish that they would just give us more ability to customize the padding of things. For me, the padding is horrible. Cell doesn't work. Cell was giving me a lot of Lua errors earlier when Ryan, and I have updated on CurseForge. Like, let me show you. I'm gonna drag over CurseForge. So sorry if it's like a flashbang. So my add-ons, they're all up to date. Cell does not have a 12.0 ready yet, at least. They still have 11.2.7. The only ones so far are Click, apparently. Has a 12.0. We might dabble in some Click action. But I've already made some mouse over macros that work for me. Cell still has the combat indicators they break. Yeah, it looks like Cell just hasn't made they haven't made anything for Midnight yet, or at least released anything for Midnight yet. But Anthony, I do like Platinator, but it is just not exactly what I'm looking for. I agree. Helga Frost stacking is horrible. Only focused one had details. Why? I don't know. Can't you turn the friendly nameplates off in the Blizzard UI? You can. You can toggle them on this way. I just like to keep them off, though. So, like, V is enemy nameplates. Shift V is ally nameplates. Benny Hill music? I know, right? Not Midnight, no. Yeah, not Midnight. Yes, this is beta. I did put beta in the title, right? The stream title. Just let me check. Yes, beta is in the title, but some people might just not know it's available yet, which is fine. You can't click cast on party frames. You can, but the reason why I want click casting like mouse over macros working is because I have a lot of buttons like my 6 button. I have working as it summons Chi-Ji if I'm not hovering over an ally, or it casts enveloping mist if I am hovering over an ally. So we need to have click casting available. The downside is, though, I don't want it to cast enveloping mist if I hover over an actual person. This is not what I want. Like, I don't want it casting enveloping mist right now. I want it casting it right now. So that's why I think I might have to dabble in some add-on named Click functionality. Let's just go ahead and do that now. So let's toggle on Click. Oh, does it not need to reload? And where was Click? Click is in the spell book, right? How do you see Click now? It's been a while since I've used Click. Maybe we reload? Let's just go and reload for safety. Should have worked with the people who've been managing the add-ons for years. I know, right? I know, but hey, look, they're doing their best. They really are. There will be like 100 times more bugs next week than when Mythic Plus and Raid is out. Yeah, next week's going to be a fun time to test. So this week, right now, all that's available to us is basically just leveling from 80 to 90. That's it. And from what I've heard from you guys is that it's extremely buggy and unplayable, the quest line. You don't need click. Yeah, no, you don't need click. But the reason why click is good is because click doesn't operate with mouse over. Yeah, there is built-in click casting, but the built-in casting works with mouse overs from what I've seen. I mean, I guess we can test that. But first, where the hell is click? I thought it was in the spell book, right? Aha, it is. Um, but okay, like you're saying, let's work without click though. I need to drink some water, man. I think Zenelia, I agree. How I want to do things is I want to try the default UI first, and then if nothing works, then start introducing add-ons. Also, this sweater is getting extremely hot, and I am not wearing a shirt underneath it, so I might have to dip out in a bit just to go change into a shirt and then come back. What was I just saying? Click casting. Let's test out the built-in click casting. See if we can do it without without macros. Okay. So do we actually need mouse over macros, or can we? Dude, literally click casting. I see what you mean. Click casting is just built in now. Click is built in. Shirtless stream AO. Oh god. No, maybe add 1,000 subs. How about that? I feel like my wife would not want me to do any less than that. Click on a spell or a macro. What the hell? Oh, in here. I am an idiot. Okay. So let's do, let's see if we can get our same functionality with the enveloping mist Chi-Ji macro. I don't see enveloping mist. Oh. Ignore that. I am very stupid. Okay, so mouse over and click a mouse button. Oh, I see now. I'm stupid. Reset. Okay. Add a binding. I remember how to use click now. It's not letting me bind my 6 button. Why not? Maybe I have to move this? Would I actually do that for 1K subs though? Would I actually? 1K subs is a life-changing amount. I feel like I would take my shirt off for 1K subs. I really think I would lose viewers though. Let me warn you. I don't think we would all come out happy. So, I'm telling you now, it is not worth it. But can you really only click? Can you only click bind left and right mouse click? It might not work with fancy mouse? This is rigged. What the hell? Okay, so I might be forced to use mouse over macros. That is crazy. Okay, so click casting is not in the cards for me. That's sad. Try clicking keyboard 6. Okay. Can y'all tell that, like, I legit have less brain cells than the average human? I'm pressing 6. Nothing's happening. It says mouse over and click a mouse button. No, it works for sure. I'm clicking my keyboard 6. Now I'm clicking my mouse 6. It's not working for me. Yeah, I'll wait for you to log. Ceiling Fan is going to test it on their end. It's not working for me currently, though. All right, we'll see if Ceiling Panda can get it to work. It is not working for me. You can only, for me currently, You can only keybind things to your right and left click. So hey, who was asking about this earlier? How to bind? I think it was Graham. Graham, if you're still here, apparently the built-in click casting does work. 2-button gaming mouse binding works for me. My 9-button gaming mouse isn't binding. Guess it works only with 2 side button mouses. I had my cell set up with a bunch of keyboard buttons too. Oh, see, Martin, I don't use. I have the mouse that you like. The mouse that I use is the Razer Trinity. So right now I have the 12 button side, but you can take it off. The reason why it's called Trinity is because there's 3 different things that you could add to it. See, like I just took off the 12 button thing, but I know in my closet I have the 2 button add-on and the circle 6 button add-on, but I don't know. Yeah, it's working with my 2 side button mouse. Yeah, but see, that's the thing is you should get it to work with like some people don't use mouse buttons. Like click casting should work with keyboard functionality. Yeah, extra mouse button technically is a keyboard input. I agree. So why is it working with the 2 side buttons but not with like literally keyboard buttons? Who's calling me right now? It's probably not that deep. I've never seen that number before. You can reload with /reload and click menu is /click. Yeah, I've been typing /reload earlier, but I don't know. I just figured it was easier to do it that way. I guess they removed it. I don't know. It's very weird. Trinity's not working. Maybe something with Trinity? It's something with click. I know it's something with the built-in click. Aren't those buttons macro to... one would think, Brother Bear. One would think. What is your party frames? Right now, this is the default party frames. We're trying to set up everything default and see how good we can get it. And then from there, we can stack on some add-ons, but it looks suspiciously like Cell, but I know it's not. Yeah, no. This is, currently, this is the default. This is default Blizzard UI and beta right now. We're also trying to do, like, actual mouse over macros. Let's look this up, though. So this is what we're going to work on next. This is our next project. We're trying to get it to where we don't need add-ons. Let me plug this up. My headset is beeping at me. It's almost dead. Okay. What I want to work on now, and we can all kind of like smack our heads together to make a fully functioning brain. Currently, I have a macro that is a mouse over macro. Let me type /m so that Ceiling Panda doesn't scream at me. I have a macro that says if I'm mousing over, it's going to cast Enveloping Mist. If I'm not mousing over, it's going to do my Celestial that I have toggled. I assume they replaced it with the default mouse over cast in the setting. Default mouse over cast. Maybe. Is it maybe just working out of the box since you have the checkbox for mouse over setting? It could be. Mouse over cast, but that's the same functionality fully. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do, macros might break with this. Try the spell without a macro. I did. I did try it. Like we had tried that. Okay, sorry, but what we're trying to do is I want it to only cast Enveloping Mist if I'm mousing over a player frame, but not when I'm mousing over a player. Like now I'm mousing over the mage. I don't want it to cast Enveloping Mist here. So we're going to see if we can get that working. I only want it casting while I hover a frame. So I'm going to be hitting up Google, our big old Google machine. While you guys can, if you guys already know a way to get this to work, y'all can be screaming it at me. But let me type in, let's see. I need to drink more water. I'm going to type in Google, mouse over macro only on frame, not player. Let's say we find. Okay, it's Reddit. So Reddit. Let me see if I can enable dark mode. Yes. Okay. So now I'll drag it over so it doesn't flashbang you guys. I am not responsible for what anyone says in this Reddit, by the way. Um. Okay. Trying to avoid using my mouse over cast to go on some unit on the field. Me too. I'm using T to switch between target, my tank, blah, blah, blah. Macro conditionals. You can add modifiers if you want. That helps. Slash cast dead, mouse over, innervate at the target's dead. I don't think you can. That's why I got click. Yeah, that's exactly why I got it as well. Use the click add-on. Yep. Mouse over. Play on the raid frames. I feel like there should be like an at frames, right? Like, surely. Hey, you're right, DM. Hey, DM, maybe, or D McLean, sorry. If you want to be hitting up Chat GPT, that way I can be hitting up Reddit. You can be hitting up Chat GPT, and we can figure it out. You were tiling your lawyer. Oh, no. Um, the thing is, we're trying to figure out, since Click's not working for us, I'm very afraid. Okay, this person asked the forums. Okay, it is impossible. I figured it wasn't. Dang. Unfortunately, it's looking like this is not possible, which that is something they should add in. The reason why is I don't want it casting Enveloping Mist here because, like, say I'm in a raid fight and I'm in the middle of, like, 20 people. Okay, this is the reason why I want this. We all had to stack up for a big mechanic or something, and I am, like, right in the middle of 20 different people, right? And I'm like casting Vivify, and then I want to summon Yulon. So I take my mouse off of the player frames and I go here right as like my mage blinks here. And then I press this button to summon Yulon, but it instead just casts Envelop Mist. That's what I don't want. I don't want it casting Envelop Mist when I hover over a player, just their frame. And unfortunately, it's looking like right now, it's looking like we're not going to be able to do that with Click. At least with my mouse, which is... maybe there's like a mouse over setting they've added. No, there's a mouse over key. It's not looking like there's a way to do it. It's not only that, even if that's annoying, things like Paladin's Holy Shock. That's true. That is true. Holy Shock is going to be horrible with mouse over macros. As I understand the change, Click add-on should work in Midnight if the author updates it. And so far they have updated it. It's just Click has been very weird. Maybe doable. I can try to make a mini add-on. Ceiling Panda, you are legitimately a superhero. It's unreal. But let's toggle back on Click. Maybe Click will let me, but the built-in Click casting wouldn't. So let's do slash reload. Maybe that's why you would use Click over the built-in Click casting. Spellbook, Click. This looks very similar to the Click casting, except there's not these like weird buttons here. So maybe I'm getting very hot. Okay, let me try turning on a fan. That way I don't have to go down and change shirts. I'll be 1 second. All right. Fan is on. It is like an oven in here, man. I'm getting cooked alive. Okay. Maybe the Click add-on is going to be necessary. But it'll be worth it in the long run, I think. Okay. New binding. Let's do enveloping mist. Oh my god, that fan is hitting beautifully. Change binding. You are in binding capture mode. You can either click with your mouse or press a key on your keyboard. Set a binding. Yeah, so this is working. Active on unit frames. Yeah, it looks like click is gonna be kind of necessary. I just pasted my GP. You pasted your. Let's read what you put into ChatGPT, D. McLean. You said, you asked ChatGPT, wow macro that will cast enveloping mist if I have my mouse over a unit frame, but not a player model itself, and Chiji if not over a unit frame. That's funny. Show tooltip / cast. Mouse over help no dead exist mod control. Oh, I see. So it is doable if I want to make my mouse over modifier control. I see. That's actually very... No, you don't need to message it in Discord. But that is very clever, honestly. So you can, in your macro, you can add your modifier. Actually, I don't hate that. I just don't want to play with a modifier for my mouse over. I don't hate that at all, though. ChatGPT is kind of goated here. You're using console ports RAID cursor. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. It's like the most useless feature. Now get it, you want a different spell on the same keybind. Yes. But it looks like just click. The add-on click is still going to be the go-to here. So the built-in click casting is not going to be good. So now what we can do is we can remove enveloping mist from our macro here. And I can basically just say, I can remove all of this. So yeah, this is going to be what I wanted. I can already tell. Cast Invoke Yu'lon. / cast Invoke Chiji or Invoke Yu'lon. This is exactly what I had before. So this should... Yes, this is exactly what I wanted. So click built-in is... The built-in click casting of default Blizzard is not what we wanted. Because... Just to kind of fill you in on the distinction here, is I want click casting. I don't want mouse over. Mouse over is either it'll cast your mouse over bound spell when you're mousing over either a frame or a player. Click casting, you can distinguish I don't want it to cast that spell when I'm hovering over a player, an actual player's character. That's the distinction here. But so yeah, click. The add-on does have that functionality built in. Default Blizzard, we couldn't figure it out. But okay, that's very much worth knowing. But now I need to do the same for my macro here. My spinning crankcake macro. Because I like my mouse over... I like my spinning crankcake and renewing mist to have the same keybind. Right, so if I press here, nothing happens, but now I need to click bind it. Okay. But what's annoying is I'm going to have to go through the spell book and click bind all of these spells, but honestly I used to play like this anyways. I'm getting, like, very hungry. I might need to eat soon. Change binding 8. Change binding 8. No. There we go. Save binding. So anything that I want to mouse over, I'm going to need to go ahead and do here. Good to know. I definitely agree with you on the click versus mouse over preference. Yeah, for me, it's just... It's very important to set up as a healer. Actually, it has something to do with the first condition failing. Okay. So you don't have to hit control. Yeah, it's keeping you from having, it's toggling control on then off as a modifier. And that's if you have control set as your macro for, or as your mouse over keybind. What's on the menu? What do you mean the menu? Do you mean like for the stream? What's on the menu for the stream? Or what? Ceiling pan I think was already describing that distinction. So for people who are confused why that's important, an example can be that you're trying to turn the camera. So you right click to drag around the camera, then you also hover an ally to cast it on them instead of your target. Yeah, exactly. You said you might eat soon. What are we gonna eat tonight? So we have we last night we ate all of our fajitas, so we can't eat that. What do I have for dinner tonight? I don't know. What's cooking good looking? I will be cooking, but I don't know what I'll be cooking. G Fuel is on the menu. We are drinking our watermelon. I did get a new. I just hit the mic. But every now and then, G Fuel sends me new things, and they sent me the shaker, which I love the colors. It's like a yellow and a green on top. I think this is the PewDiePie art for his new flavor or something. But I love the colors, so I love it. Use code LBNinja7 for, I want to say it's either 20 or 30% off. I'll safely say 20. And if it's 30% off, then hey, there you go. It's a surprise. I'm so distracted. You can tell I have ADHD. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need a keybind. Renewing mist. Change binding 4. Save binding. Like cocoon. But I might just snack here. I have these little Trader Joe's nut snacks. We drinking a cutie pie. I mean, if you want to hear that, I won't turn you away. I have these little nut snacks from Trader Joe's. It's like it has almonds, cashews, peanuts, and these like little vegan chocolates, and it's actually really good. I might just snack on that. That way I don't have to like stop streaming and go cook, and I just get the snack. But I don't like eating on stream, so I would like mute myself for a bit. So it'll probably be in a bit. But I do need to eat something here soon. Sorry, let me just get this out of the way. I've been on the screen forever. I know some of you guys are getting tired of watching me. Set up click casting. I need detox. Detox. Soothing mist, I want 5, save. Detox. I think that's everything that I click cast. This is all my click casted spells. So now if I hover over a player, it'll spin and crank it. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so click is still the answer. Whoa! Fubarius with a prime sub. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. I've said it a couple times, but I'll say it every time. The prime subs are, one, especially appreciated because you only get one a month and you used it on me. That means so much to me. Thank you so much. But two, we call them Bezos bucks around here. You just legitimately tripped Jeff Bezos, punched him in his crap lousy jaw, and stole $5 out of his pocket and handed them to a small streamer. So I appreciate your Bezos bucks so much. You have no idea. Thank you so much for the support. Look, I have the UI set up how I want it. The only thing, though, the next thing that I want to see if I can customize is, can I separate my health bar and mana bar like you can do in WeakOrs and have a big progress bar display? Life Cocoon. I thought I did it. Did I not? I thought I did. I did not. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cocoon. Thank you. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But that means that I'm going to have to take Vivify. So now I need to take all of these spells off of my bars because they're click bound. And I don't want them on my bars here. So let's take Renewing Mist, Enveloping Mist, which I said those backwards. Let's take Vivify off my bars, Life Cocoon, and Detox. I also want Tiger's Lust click bound. Let's click bind Tiger's Lust. So that way I can Tiger's Lust an ally. There it is. Oh shoot. I like it control 0. No, I want to control 0. Okay, good. It still works. So you can control click bind things. I need to eat some nuts. Yo, Narides with the Bezos bucks. Take my Bezos buckaroos. Narides, I appreciate you so much. Also, it is very good to see you, Narides. How are you doing? How are you finding beta? Honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it would be, and I was already not a doomer. I'm going to be snacking, guys. I am so sorry. Let me eat these nuts really quick just to have something in my stomach, because I can feel like my blood sugar dipping. So I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second, but I appreciate you so much. I'll be trying to get some work done here in silence. Make sure you guys have another tab open with like a YouTube music playlist or something. Be listening to some music on the side. I appreciate you so much. Also, Macleode. I like the name. I also know I butchered it. I think it's Macleode. I'll say Macleode. That's very fun. I think it's a good, but macros do different. Spell friendly / enemies like cell. Yeah, macros are good if you like to be able to hover over an actual player's model and cast a spell. No LV ASMR. I'm sorry. I am not comfortable enough to eat with my macro open. Have I attempted the quad Jade Fire Stomp? I haven't. Do you mean Thunder Focus T, Rising Sun Kick, Thunder Focus T, Rising Sun Kick, Rising Sun Kick, Rising Sun Kick? Is that what you're talking about? So you get 4 back to back, or what? What do you mean quad Jade Fire Stomp? Let me mute. I see. So I turned on personal resource display, and it's over here. Maybe in edit mode? Why the hell is it over there? How do I move it? Oh, like this. Okay. Personal resource display. Okay, can we make it bigger? Because I need it to be symmetrical. I also would love a cast bar. Let's turn that on, turn it up here. Oh my god, it's going to absolutely destroy me. That the resource display is slightly smaller than the cast bar. That is not okay. Oh my goodness. Why are they not the same size? Oh, hold on. You can literally make them the same size. Let's make the cast bar a little bigger. That way we can centralize it. There's no shot you can't make these bigger. Oh my goodness, my eyes. This is awful. Okay, this is so bad, man. Oh, and they're so ugly. Why are they this color? No, dude, bring Weakors back. No. Yes, you can move it. You can move it now, which is nice. This is a big bonus. You used to not be able to move your resources around. Oh, man. But why is it this ugly color? You can't make it bigger. This is throwing me off so much, man. Okay, that's what I was going to do. Edit mode. Let's make this... Let's scoot our cast bar down just a tad so that it is... Ah, that's not a tad. Okay. I want it like right on top of that. I want there to be no space since they won't let us control the padding. We're gonna force the padding. There's still that gap there. I don't like that gap. Also, maybe I want that smaller. come on. It's making me drag it so much. No, stop bouncing back. Stop. Oh my goodness, man. This is actually driving me up the wall. It's not letting me, like, move it. No, stop aligning. This is killing me. Remove snap. Thank you. Oh my goodness. This is killing me. I was like, I know that that's a thing, but I just... Okay. Let's move it down a little bit further. Let's try that. Boom. Okay. Do I like that, though? The reason why I don't like this is, one, I can tell it's hanging off the side a little bit there. But number two, I don't like this because I hate the thickness, man. Can you not change the thickness? Yeah, thank you, Zanelli. I see you guys screaming at me to remove that. Okay, I am also behind on chats. I'm playing some R&B in the background. Good to hear, Boombaya. I'm glad that you guys are listening to some music to have the good vibes going. I'm also listening to a very chill playlist. Use your arrow keys. That's actually a good shout. I did not know you could do that. Use your arrow keys. I know you could do that in... Oh, dude. Mr. Oh, gosh, I can't say it. Mr. Dinder? Correct me on how to say it, but thank you so much. That was a good shout. Geek in Suits said, question. I see it now. Thank you for pinging me. I know I'm a bit behind on chats. I'm trying to, do it all, but thank you. You said... Question, Blackout Kick should be pressed on cooldown 1 to 2 stacks or 4. Outside of Chi-Ji, I do it at 4 stacks every time. 4 stacks every time outside of Chi-Ji. Inside of Chi-Ji, it's timing dependent. So ideally, you stack it up to 4 every time. However, sometimes you sometimes say that, you used your Chi-Ji to heal, maybe the damage, the incoming damage is big smack, wait 3 seconds. Big smack, wait 3 seconds, you know? In that case, you probably just want to, the boss says the big smack, you press a 4 stack Blackout Kick to heal it all back, and then you do an Envelop Mist, Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Envelop Mist, Tiger Palm, Blackout Kick, Envelop Mist, and then he does that big smack again. It really depends on the damage patterns. You might just want to use one Tiger Palm to blanket more Envelop Mist, or you might want to stack it up so you get more bursty heals, you know? But outside, always 4. And yeah, those questions are always welcome, Geek in Suits. Do not feel bad about asking me any questions about how to play any healers or little things like that. I am here to answer that. So that's also this is a great time to ask those questions while I'm not actively in a 30-minute key. Will you share your import string somewhere for the UI? I play Mistweaver. Yes, I will. My purpose is that, one, I don't hide my UI behind any paywalls. I know a lot of creators do, and I don't judge them for doing so. But my big thing is I want you guys to be able to just import my UI for free and, skip the hard part. I don't want you guys to have to do this. I mean, obviously you can take it, import it, and then customize from there. But my goal is to make it as easy and seamless as possible for you guys to just jump into Midnight and play. Just made the combat log APIs unavailable. Ooh, yikes. I thought it's all add-ons going in Midnight as far as I know. It's all the ones that are willing to import in or willing to trim their stuff down. I know WeakOrs, as far as I know, is still not coming in because they chose not to. Not all. LB is using some right now. Using some what? Why do you need them? You can see them in party frame. See what in party frame? Exclamation point Discord. Yes, my Discord link. Oh, that one actually, we had someone join the Discord and absolutely ransack it with spam. So let me get you a new Discord link. That link does not work. We had to disable that link because a spammer got in. Let me get you a new one. All right. I have the new link. Don't use that link, Mr. Dinder. Oh, you said the first way that I pronounced it. What was the first way I pronounced it? Dindry, I think was the first thing that I said, right? And here, I'll go ahead and post this in Twitch chat too. That's a new link to get into my Discord. Of course, of course. Um, hmm. LB had a crazy idea. Let me hear the crazy idea. I need it. Also, I looked at the damage meter. You can't change the width of it, and it's wide AF. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so look, I've customized my UI enough here. This is horrible. This resource bar is absolutely horrible. Dendre. Dendre, is that right? Dendre. Mr. Dendre. If not, I'll have to just say Mr. No, I want to say it right. Dendre. I think. Okay, now let's actually get into. You said. Do you know if we can modify the colors of the unit frames for health/health missing? You okay? You can. IQ sound. You can change the background color. So like when stuff is missing, you can. Um. Oh, I forget. I had to rebind my mount. I was like, why am I not mounted? I just randomly jumped for no reason. Okay, let's mount up. Let's go. Let's go do some fun stuff. As in Dr. Dre. Okay, so Dendre. Okay, I like it. Mr. Dendre. So from the creators of Dr. Dre, we got Mr. Dendre. Ooh, okay, that is something that I do not want to see. I do not want to see other players debuffs on health bars. So let me go ahead and change that. See, I love this because we're kind of like building our UI from the. I just typed /plater. That's my brain is cooked. But we're building our UI from the ground up, just like they're allowing us to. And I find that fun. Not everyone finds it fun, but I do. So I don't want to see debuffs from other players. Let me chomp on some nuts really quick. I'm not going to say that. Let me eat some of this bag of peanuts and cashews that I have. Not chomp on some nuts. Why did I say that on the internet while live stream? That's cursed, man. So, I don't want to see everyone else's. I don't care if someone has judgment or greater judgment or something on them. So, what I'm trying to do now is I want to turn off everyone else's debuffs other than I want to see, like, if my Ret Paladin uses, like, Hodge on someone. I want to see that. Like, I want to see when things are stunned or CC'd. I don't care about Thrash's dot from my Feral Druid. So, that's what I'm currently looking for. What of these toggles that off? So, enemy debuffs, maybe? Enemy player buffs / debuffs. Enemy. I want to see enemy buffs. I want to see personal debuffs. Enemy NPC? Shared CC, I want to see mob buffs. But I want to see personal debuffs. Like, the thing is about a Mistweaver, we don't really have any dots. I mean, I do have Aspect of Harmony, so I want to see debuffs, though. I just don't want. I don't care to see my allies' debuffs. Yeah, I mean, I like what they're allowing us to do, but I don't want to see all of this. Oh god, Mind Soothe? Is Dorne considered a PvP area? Maybe this area is, and maybe that's a good shout. Maybe I have all of this toggled for PvP on or something. So this is a PvP area. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm not going to worry about it too much now. So it's probably just a PvP thing. Okay, but you had asked, do I have I done the quad Jadefire Stomp yet? I have not. Let's go over here. Dude, it is so laggy here. What the hell? Oh my goodness, it's so laggy. Okay. Quad Jadefire Stomp. So let's see. How does that work? Okay. Thunder Focus Tea empowers Envelop Mist and Rising Sun Kick further. Whenever I empower a Rising Sun Kick, it releases a Jadefire Stomp. So what is Quad Jadefire Stomp? No, Nerdies, don't clip it. What the hell? You're supposed to be on my side. Yeah, I was tinkering around with Platinator earlier. I do like Platinator. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. Would you not be flagged if it was PvP? Maybe. You can get 5 Rising Sun Kicks and 4 Jadefire Stomps, I think. So the Rising Sun Kick, when your Rising Sun Kick is buffed by a Thunder Focus Tea. Oh, I see. Are they playing? Wait, are they playing like maybe Focused Thunder? I guess it's Focused Thunder that they're playing. So let's test out with this. So they're playing Focused Thunder to get quad 4 in a row. Yeah, you have to be playing Focus Thunder and then this talent. Endless Drought and Focus Thunder. So let's do it. So this is going to be quad Thunder Focus Tea, or quad Jadefire Stomp. Basically, every Thunder Focus Tea that's buffed... No, every Rising... Okay, let me start that over. This is quad Jadefire Stomp. Every Rising Sun Kick that's buffed by a Thunder Focus Tea is going to shoot out a Jadefire Stomp, and we're using Focus Thunder to buff 2 in a row. We also are going to have 2 stacks of Thunder Focus Tea. So, we're going to have Thunder Focus Tea, Rising Sun Kick, shoots out a Jadefire Stomp. We're then going to Rising Sun Kick again. It's going to shoot out a Jadefire Stomp. We can Thunder Focus Tea again, shoot out a Jadefire Stomp. Rising Sun Kick again, shoot. Okay, so that's quad. It's very laggy because it's beta. But you can get 4 basically almost back-to-back Jadefire Stomps that all are going to do fine damage. I mean, it's not going to be super sexy, but it's going to be cool. Would you want to do that, though? Would you want to press 2 back-to-back Thunder Focus Teas to get the 4 back-to-back Jadefire Stomps? Or would you rather delay your second Thunder Focus Tea, which is going to delay those next 2 Jadefire Stomps? But the benefit to doing that is that you're going to be able to build up more vitality in between. Oh, Nerdy says yes because it's funny. Okay, you know what? Sure, you're going to want to. In default, new nameplates Blizz has, you can't remove other players' debuffs on mobs boss, I heard. Okay, so that is just a thing. That's a... So we're going to be able to see everyone's... Like, I can see Fire Breath, Flame Shock, whatever the hell that is. Whatever that is. What is this Havoc Demon Hunter doing? I don't know, man. So we can see everyone's debuffs. That is not what I like. I don't like that. MRTS Mortas says, hey LBN, how's beta? Mine's crashing super often. Ours was crashing every 5 minutes earlier, but I hung out in a follower dungeon, which fixed it. So you don't crash if you're in a follower dungeon. It seemed like it was only Dornegal, and now that I'm out of the main zone of Dornegal, it hasn't crashed yet for me. But now that you've mentioned that, let's go ahead and /reload just to kind of save all the UI changes that we've made since our last crash. 5 Rising Sun Kicks back to back with 4 of them pushing Jadefire Stomps, depending on how Blizz is balancing healing and damage intake. Such a combo would be great for a fight like current Big Mama. You just mean like to get the damage on the ads and stuff. But the thing is, like, you don't need 4 Jadefire Stomps back to back. You don't. It'd be better to kind of like do 2 back to back because you Thunder Focus Tea with with Focus Thunder, and then wait a few seconds, build up some vitality, and then do it later. You know, there's no real need to burst out 4 in a row, other than to be funny, I guess, for sure. Might be better to move to another area with dummies like Valdraken. I could. I don't like Valdraken's dummy room because you're in a room. But let's go and move to the dummies in Orgrimmar that no one knows about. Whoa, also? Did they buff dragon riding? I have so many charges. Oh no, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm thinking the wrong thing. Never mind. Never mind. Disregard. Disregard. But I don't like Valdrakkons because you're in a room with the dummies, so you can't like mount up and fly away easily. I like the dummies in Orgrimmar because no one knows about them. So they just full on removed vigor and just gave things charges. That's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting change. Um, Very interesting. But what's up, Mortos? Very good to see you. And I'm saying Mortos. I think that's right, right? I know that's how you said that I correctly say your name. I know I was saying MRT, but I'm pretty sure Mortos was the technically preferred way to say it. But it's very good to see you, dude. Also, Flux 90's back. Hold on. I missed that update. Flux 90. It is very, very good to see you, dude. Very good to see so many returning faces. I'm glad that everyone's so excited for the beta. I am super excited. This week is all about testing UI and testing like little talent interactions, which we're gonna do so much of. I'm gonna test a bunch of little talent interactions this week. Today's stream was all about UI. But next week is when they open up dungeons, and I think they're gonna do like a raid schedule. Um, and next week's going to be very exciting. So I know we're all excited about the beta, but the real juicy stuff starts in next week's stream. Um, but this week we're going to be testing out talents like I guess tomorrow's stream I'm going to be streaming with DNV. We're doing our series to push off specs to 2.5K or all tens, whatever he likes to do. But yeah, tomorrow's stream every Thursday we're streaming together. But outside of that, we're going to have a bunch of beta streams for you guys. So any interaction across any healer that you guys want to see tested will be tested on the stream in the coming weeks as they open up content for us to test. But for now, is there any interactions that you guys are specifically wanting to see? I want to test a lot with Way of the Serpent for sure. But other than Quad, Jade Firestorm, I really want to test this new talent, Morning Breeze, personally. Morning Breeze looks so sick. So how this is worded, Rising Sunkick's damage is going to also scale up based on your mastery rating. And whenever I press Thunder Focus Tea, it's instantly going to reset Rising Sunkick's cooldown. Okay, so what this is going to look like is I'm going to Rising Sunkick and then press Thunder Focus Tea. It's going to reset Rising Sunkick again, so then I'll basically be able to just burst out Rising Sunkicks. Is Shayloon's gift gone? It's gone in its old sense. It still is in the game. I'll show you about it, or I'll show you how it works now. But so let's test out this new talent, Morning Breeze. I currently only have 78 mastery. What the hell? Dude, they crunched all the stats. It's so weird seeing that I only have 78 mastery, but currently I only have 78 mastery, which is 200%. So let's see. Well, hold on. Let's see what a Rising Sunkick does without this talent first. We have to find our control. Let me munch on some almonds really quick. All right, so it does about 3,600 without that talent. So let me break combat. 3,600. Let's then talent into Morning Breeze. with 200% mastery, which is 78 mastery. 3648 is how much damage it did. Let's see how much this scales up. How much this bit of mastery, 78 mastery scales that up. So 3648 to now. Okay, that was a crit. Let's not count the crit. Let's just get non-crits. 3648. It's about 5,000. Hold on. What is 1,400 over... Oh. 1,400 over 3648. It's about a 38% increase with this mastery that I have currently. It's actually not bad, especially since it's going to lead to a lot more Rising Sun Kicks. This is going to be a very considerable boost to our single target damage. The downside is, though, is that it's going to make us, like, if we build into this, it's only going to, like, this will only buff our single target damage. Or our Rising Sun Kick. It won't, if we want more AoE damage, it would be better to probably buff, like, crit and verse and stuff, you know. 38% increase with low mastery, yeah. So if I want to see, if I had more mastery gear, we could definitely kind of crank this bad boy up. So it doesn't work if you take Rushing Wind Kick? Is that what you're saying? Because Rushing Wind Kick says that it works with all Rising Sun Kick modifiers, right? Unless they've changed it. Does it not work? I guess, hey, that's what this is for. Let's test with without Morning Breeze. Let's test Rushing Wind Kick's damage and see what it looks like. No, you can AoE it. Oh, that's true. I see what you mean. I'm on the same page now. I see what you mean. But let's see if it buffs the damage. This is a non-Morning Breeze buffed. 4,900. Were those crits, though? 4,900. It was crit. Okay, so I did non-crit one guy. No, I didn't. Okay. 2,300. I saw that number. Oh my god, Chi Wave is going crazy, man. So Rushing Wind Kick, non-crit, 2389. 2389. So now let's take Morning Breeze, 2389 to... Could you move the chat box up some so we can see numbers too? I can. Usually as a streamer, it's just best to hide chat. Just because people sometimes have in the past tried to say some sus things in chat. But yes, now I have it to where you guys can see. So 2389 was the damage number that we did without Morning Breeze. Now let's see what it does. Non-crit. Those all crit, so we have to see again. Non-crit. Those all crit again, dude. Oh, 2389 to 2389. So let's do 3343 minus 2389. Put that number over 2389. That is a 39% increase. So it does. I don't know why I tested that. It does buff Rushing Wind Kick as well, which is crazy. So now let's see how much burst damage can we do. We're not going to be able... I don't have meters. Is there details meters showing? Do they have built-in details meters? Didn't they say that was going to be a thing? Maybe damage? Didn't they say they were going to add in a built-in damage meter? Oh, did I type it in wrong in the calculator? I'm dyslexic, so if I typed it in wrong, I'm sorry. Oh, but it doesn't function? That's sad. But so what you can do with Morning Breeze and with Rushing Wind Kick, which could be like a nice little build with like a caster build, is you can so here, the whole little combo here is I have Morning Breeze, which is going to buff the damage, and whenever I press Thunder Focus Tea, it's going to give us our charge of Rising Sun Kick back. I'm also playing Focus Thunder, so I have 2 charges of Thunder Focus Tea, right? Enable it. I mean, we can enable it, but I have heard from multiple people that it's not working currently. Let's see. Where is this thing? Where you at? Damage meters. What is wrong with my brain? Damage meter. There it is. Whoa! Arthas and Jaina are popping off. Gul'dan needs some work, though. Wait, what? Does it only work in combat? Hello? Okay, visibility, always visible. Style default. Or thin? No, I like default. Frame height? No. I kind of, yeah, I like to just see 4. I like big text. Opacity, I want high opacity. Lock scroll. I don't want that. That's so I can like scroll down. Or if I lock scroll, then I guess I can't scroll down maybe. Show spec icon. Show class color, yes. Okay, I like all those changes, but for some reason, I guess it's just not working. Details is just not working currently, I guess. Because I had it enabled. Boss dummy, maybe. Is there a boss dummy? I think this is supposed to be the boss dummy. Mouse casting without the click add-on using the image, the in-game click casting. Yeah, but it worked as mouse overs. It didn't work with like specifically frames. Rosada, and we tried the in-game click casting, but it didn't work with my mouse and keyboard. Hey, someone found these dummies. Let's see. Click casting only on frames. Yeah, okay, so let's see this burst damage though. So we're gonna rushing wind kick, thunder focus T, rushing wind kick, I guess tiger palm, rushing wind kick, thunder focus T, rushing wind kick. I mean, that's like insane damage. So every time I press Thunder Focus T, we're getting a stack, or we're getting our rushing wind kick off cooldown. And that's honestly a lot of damage. I feel like Focus Thunder, Morning Breeze, and Master of Harmony playing Endless Drought, that's actually a juicy combo. Like, this is it's actually good. So let's wait till we get our charges of Thunder Focus T back. That's like a lot of extra damage added in. How would I put this build together? Maybe we take Zen Pulse. We don't need that, although I would like Chrysalis and Mythic Plus, so maybe we do take that. We don't need Miswrap. Sure, let's keep Miswrap. Miswrap is a really good healing bonus, especially in this new WoW where they're really cutting down on the healing bonuses. Miswrap is still another 10%, so that's actually a big bonus. It's kind of weird that Energizing Brew doesn't connect to Deep Clarity here. Like, that is pretty... That hurts my eyes a little. Okay, let's do this big damage combo again. So we're going to... Am I going to hit everything? Rushing Wind Kick, Thunder Focus T, Rushing Wind Kick, Tiger Palm, Rushing Wind Kick, Tiger Palm, Rushing Wind Kick, Blackout Kick, Rushing Wind Kick, Thunder Focus T, Tiger Palm. I mean, that's so many rushing wind kicks back to back. That is so many rushing wind kicks. I can't check that Nerdies because in order to get Spirit Font, I would have to do some leveling. You unlock Spirit Font through further leveling, but you want me to check this? I'll check this off stream in the future, or if we level some on stream on Friday. Check if proccing Spirit Font activates Jade Serpent statue. So you mean if you're playing Jade Infusion? So let's see. And I think you mean Jade Serpent statue, right? Or do you just mean if you have just a serpent statue down, if you cast an enveloping mist and it starts your spirit font on people? I don't think it'll work personally. I don't think it'll work. But yeah, definitely plan on leveling some like off stream tonight. Um, and definitely plan on leveling on Friday. Right now, the reason why I'm not leveling today is because the game is very buggy and the leveling is broken right now. So tomorrow I'm doing my stream with DNV. So definitely come tune in tomorrow. It's a very fun stream. I'm playing DPS, DNV's playing healing. We're role swapping, pushing, and we're leveling our characters right now. It's a lot of fun. And I think the viewers that showed up last Thursday had a lot of fun watching too. So tune in for that. Um, but come Friday, the bugs should be kind of ironed out a little bit at least, so we can level more fluidly. We'll have our UI set up nicely, and then also, yeah, we'll be able to test all the new stuff with Spirit Font and whatnot. But I don't think it would work, and also don't think it would work with Unison as well. I think these are standalone, isolated soothing mist from what I've heard, but I'm happy to be wrong there. Um, Yikes, man. In order to get down to Jadefire teachings, you have to either take Pool of Mists or take Amplified Rush. Maybe in Mythic Plus, I would rather take Amplified Rush, personally. Okay, let's see. This build. So far, I am actually very impressed with... I'm very impressed with Morning Breeze resetting that Thunder Focus Tea cooldown. That's really sick. And just adding damage, we take that. But also, I'm really impressed with Chi-Ji and how it gives you those Teachings of the Monastery stacks. So if I pop Chi-Ji, I'm instantly with that big bursty blackout kick. I love that. Absolutely love that change. Indie game developer, give them a break. I know, right? Give them a break. Okay, really quick, let's see if housing is allowed. Housing. I'm in comment. Chi-Ji, chill. Leave the man alone. We're trying to go home. Can we do anything with housing? Oh god, I don't have any decor. I really need to play some Legion Remix and unlock all the decor options available because I'll regret not doing so if there are some cool ones. You guys also had dropped in some other things. Is Shaylin's Gift gone? No. It basically, you can basically choose, do I want Vivify or Shaylin's Gift? And they both behave very similarly. It's just that Vivify is going to be a more spammable option, and Shaylin's Gift is going to reward you for not spamming as much. So my guess is that you would take Shaylun's Gift in either in a raid environment or in an environment where oh, this is the neighborhood. Very cute. You would take Shaylin's Gift in like a Chi-Ji build, that since you're not pressing Vivify as often in a Chi-Ji build, when you do press it, you want it to be more impactful, so you want it to stack up and be Shaylin's Gift, would be my guess. But once again, all that testing will happen next week once we're able to get into dungeons and test around. Let's see. I think I missed anything else. I think Master of Harmony Caster Mistweaver could be viable in Mythic Plus at mid levels. I think so too. Definitely mid-level. I'm glad you distinguished that. I think mid-level caster builds are going to be a lot better. I don't think caster builds are going to be the meta build. Just having not tested it in dungeons yet, because you can't, I don't think caster builds are going to be like the 100% optimized Mistweaver build. I just don't. But I think it's going to be fun to test around with. Because you can take Rushing Wind Kick and buff up your Ancient Teachings to 80%, which is kind of juicy, with Meditative Focus, which is going to be really fun to tinker around with the new Jade Empowerment. That's going to be fun. But I think bumping your Jade Fire Teachings up to, what, like 285% just sounds more desirable to me personally. Also, all of these changes, I don't know. We're going to have to get in and see. I'm going to do a lot of caster testing, a lot of punchy kick testing too, so... Yeah, we got a lot of testing ahead of us, man, and that's all just Mistweaver. All 7 healers I have on my schedule. Oh, you can fly here. This is a flying allowed neighborhood. Let's see. I have no idea why I'm supposed to be excited about housing. Do y'all know, is housing just a cosmetic thing, or is it going to provide any amount of, like, player power at all? Okay. Like, should I be excited about housing? Is my big question. Just cosmetic. Okay. I am a lot less. Well, I mean, maybe it's good that it doesn't give you player power, but I would like the new thing to give me player power, personally. I'll still dabble with it once it hits live, but I'm not going to waste any of my beta time on it. We need a hearth out. Hearthstone. That's not how you do it. You search in your bags, Chris. We've played this game for a long time now. We know this. Is it possible to increase the size of buffs on ray frames? It is not. That is something that we were testing around with Junior earlier, and it is very, very unfortunately not a thing you can do. It should be, and we submitted a bug ticket for it. And no. It gives you kudos points. Hey, I'm all for kudos points. So I might dabble with some player housing for sure, but like I said, I'm not going to waste my beta time on it. But yeah. Okay, I need to go ahead and start the leveling quest. That way I can be leveling off stream. I'm guessing you would start the new quest line. Not here. It would be in the new zone. How do you get to the new zone? I'm still in War Within mode. How does one get to the new zone? I'm guessing maybe in Orgrimmar. God, it is so laggy here. Ah, okay, midnight. Midnight, there we go. Locate the image of Lady Leodrin. Aha, okay. God, the Lua errors, man. Midnight. I'm not going to spoil any of the quests for you guys. I know a lot of people don't like to watch questing before. I just want to get the quests. So I'm not going to watch the movie. We're just going to go to the new island. I think that's fair. That way no one clicks away because they don't want to see spoilers. Other than maybe what the new zone looks like, I guess, is going to be spoiled here. But it's just going to be the leveling zone. Flashbang incoming? Yeah, we did get flashbanged a bit. It's its own loop. You do housing and housing tasks in your neighborhood in the form of quests to earn decor to do more housing. Okay. But it's just like a little isolated thing that like casual players can kind of focus on too. It's basically Clash of Clans without the PvP aspect, right? Like it's just building up a little neighborhood. Is it like a guild thing? Does your guild have a neighborhood? Or are you sharing a neighborhood with like every Horde member? Because that would be crazy. Imagine, and then like the prime real estate is the ones like close to the portal, you know? And that's where like all the gold rich people would... You could like, if you were one of the first people that were able to load into the game and you could buy that first house, then you would have all these people like, I'll give you like gold cap for your spot, you know? That would be crazy, but that would not be a thing. Imagine there's just like a giant expansive island that has just lot after lot after lot, and you just like buy the lots, and all the other Horde people also buy on that same lot. So yeah, it looks like this new quest is gonna be crazy. I want the private island plot on Horde. That will cost you 3 gold caps, please. You can either go public with 50 plots per instance or guild. That expands after the first 50 into more instances depending on number of people / private friends. Also capped at 50. Yeah, I'll probably join my guild's thing. Although it would be fun to make a neighborhood with you guys, but instead I think I'm just gonna like say, hey, y'all can join my guild's thing. Like I'm not gonna. I would want to do it with my guild, but also I don't know if enough of you guys would want to not join your guilds and join mine instead. So I'm not gonna do a thing like that. Although it would be fun to kind of get with other creators and see, like if I got with like D&V, maybe I could convince Vesperul to kind of like front it since he's a bigger streamer. You know, got with a few other people, like maybe Bowser, they'd probably want to. Look for a thematic neighborhood. Oh yeah, that's cool. Look for one where everyone's kind of decorating the same way. That would be cool. Dude, all of these mobs are unknown. This is my new favorite mob, this jellyfish. What the heck? What did I do? What did I do? Does it just flashbang you like every few seconds? Okay, I will not do any of the questing here. I don't want to ruin... I know a lot of people are like avoidant of spoilers, and I don't want to spoil anything. But on the other hand, I do want to unlock Spirit Font. Dude, Master of Harmony Mistweaver is looking to be so sick. You press Thunder Focus T. You're not only starting your aspect healing window, you're also going to be potential energying like crazy for big AoE heals, and you're going to proc Spirit Font on everyone. It's just so insane. It is lagging for me very heavily. The Guildmaster can house its guildmates. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to join my Guildmaster's house? Oh, no. Oh, no. Hopefully, I think Scott has some good style. I'm pretty sure Scott's a pretty fresh lad, so we should have a pretty nice house. I just pressed roll and nothing's happening. I'm probably about to, like, hands off, I'm probably just going to start rolling randomly. But yeah, it's definitely very laggy here. So, but guys, I set up my UI. Honestly, I'm actually pretty impressed with what you can do with. There it is. There's the roll. I'm pretty impressed with what you can do with the UI so far, especially since Click is enabled. Once we figured out how to set up Click, I am much more excited about the UI customization. Basically, you can have everything function the same way that it does on current retail. The downside is though is that icons like you know, your HOTS that you have on your allies are very hard to see. Like things like having players' health bars glow when they have a dispel just don't happen anymore. So it's really hard to see when people have a dispel because once again the icon sizes are tiny on your allies' health bars. I guess I could show you if the game wasn't bugging, but right now I don't see my player bars and stuff. There's still a lot of like customization that I wish would work. Like right now, like my health bar and mana bar are hideous, and I wish I could kind of change them up like you could weak auras and stuff, but you can't. But yeah, there's a lot that I hope is fixed over the next few weeks, but that is exactly what our feedback is intended to do. I know it kind of sucks that we are kind of the quality assurance department, right? It kind of sucks, but it's also kind of good. It's also very good because it means I have not pressed a button in 5 minutes. My guy's spinning like crazy. But it means that our feedback is kind of what they rely on, and that shows how important our feedback is. So if you have beta access, I highly encourage you to be very like thorough with what you think should change in your bug reporter and stuff and feedback section. That's why I left feedback about the icon sizes. I think that is the number one thing that they need to change so far. But guys, I am very hungry and I do need to cook tonight, so I can't stream too late tonight. But like I said, tomorrow I have that big event stream happening with DNV. So if it sounds interesting to you, if you're interested in seeing, you know, how does a healer's mind approach DPSing, that's exactly what the purpose of the stream is I am learning how to DPS as a healer. So I would appreciate all of you guys stopping in and saying hey tomorrow, at least watch it for a bit. It's a chill stream while we level our characters, but eventually I'm gonna have to learn what my buttons do as a Frost Death Knight. But guys, I appreciate you so much. Yeah, like I said, not all doom and gloom, but definitely there is some things that need to be changed for sure. I'll be there at the same time as these streams. It's actually a little bit earlier, so I'll post an event in the Discord. But they start 12 p.m. Central Time, which I believe is 8 p.m. DNV's time. I forget which time zone he's in, but 12 p.m. Central. That should be where to base off. So it's going to be earlier than my normal stream time. I just had it happen to me. Oh, the lag. Oh no. You can do both. If your guild has a horde neighborhood, you could form a private one on the alliance side, since you can have 2 houses on your account, 1 alliance, 1 horde. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. But guys, I'm going to go cook. I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and also for we kind of all banded together to create a passable UI and weak aura, or not weak auras, macros and stuff. We kind of all work together to make it function, and then now that it's all on my account, I will then, you know, tweak it a bit, and then I'll release it all to you guys for free in the Discord. So join the Discord. We had someone harass us the other day on the Discord, but we've got that taken care of at least momentarily. Um, but yeah, once as we get closer to midnight, I'll make all of my stuff public and free. There's no paywalls in my Discord, so just join up. It's a good time. But guys, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for stopping in, hanging out, and especially to those that Prime sub. That is huge. So I appreciate it so much. But I will